Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back.
Face.
Yeah, look at Kirby's face as we welcome you back to Mehcast Reacts Death Battle. It's volume 20, which means we've been doing this for about a total of way longer than I thought we would be. But hey,
Well,
people seem to like it, so I'm cool with that.
Apparently.
Also, if
And
I
here's
sound
the-
weird, I
another
feel a
thing
little
is,
lightheaded,
like-
but I should be fine.
Yeah.
Another thing, this battle has its own brand of bullshit, and
Oh yeah.
we're gonna be debunking the hell out of
My
this
friends,
when we get
today is a glorious day.
it's
I love
it's
this
a great
episode, though.
Dreamland launches
honestly.
today on Switch, so therefore he's going to win by default because it's his release day for his released game.
yes,
Yeah,
the best
me,
multiplayer
exactly what we wanted.
yes, one of the best co-op games on the Wii that isn't Mario. Because seriously, screw New Super Mario Bros. Wii's multiplayer, or Kirby's Return to Dreamland is where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh, I
not-
agree.
He's right.
Well, hang on, actually, I love both, but we need to start this, so it's time for
Mario Bros. Wii
Kirby
was better.
fight.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is better on single player than it is on multiplayer.
I
New
love
Super
chaos.
Mario
I
Bros.
love
Wii is
chaos.
better not
In my
existing.
mind, if I know who
Aw,
wins
come on.
before it starts, it's a good episode. So yeah, I already know who wins because it fights amazing.
Yep.
It's
It's
not
an
really a
all-time
good episode
classic.
due to this thing called
Oh,
critical
it's a
research
great
failure.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Trailers, and I'll rant about that, but we'll get to that.
By the way, there was a holiday weekend on the week that we were recording this, so go check out. It was volume 18, right?
Oh, ball
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
Guys, check out Volume 18. It uploaded a weird plate, so appreciate
Yeah,
it.
there was a holiday
Also,
weekend.
here comes the awesome anime lore.
Nightmare, who in later dubs was voiced by Mike Sinterniclass.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I have a question. Who here grew up with the anime of Kirby?
Me.
It was awesome.
Me.
This was Mark-
This was my introduction. to
Remember
Kirby
when
the
Kirby
anime.
crossed over with all the other 4Kids stuff in this weird clip show?
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean the one where they sang the
Stars of
national anthem?
Yeah, I was about to say
No,
Stars
not
of
that
Hope.
one. It was this clip show where they cover all this stuff for like this special TV crossover.
By the way, Ben, you want to know what the basic lore of Kirby is?
I already know, but tell everyone who doesn't.
Basically, King DDD tries to, in the weirdest way possible, solve certain problems, and in his attempt to try to keep Kirby out of them, Kirby gets involved anyway,
Of course.
and immediately assumes that DDD is the bad guy.
Yes.
I mean,
Can
sure,
you blame him
DDD's
though?
DDD's kind of a greedy bastard.
Look at
but
that
he's
face.
not a bad guy.
That was great.
Though he does have trouble wrapping his mouth around
Sakurai
something
worked on
larger
this
than
show.
you think.
Nice.
Early
Has
2010s.
anybody seen that gif of Kirby falling into the pit?
No, I haven't.
No.
That was a
Oh.
No, really, he uses a cell phone.
Yep.
Somebody get me that number. I tried 1-800-PINK-RIDE, but it was something else.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Classic.
Quiet speed faster than light. It is forged of Kirby's own energy, so while delicate, should it be destroyed, Kirby can easily create a new one on his own. Making
Correct.
the
Yep.
cell phone kind of pointless. I'd be happy to take that phone off of his hands, though I'm a bit iffy on standing anywhere near that star-driving balloon marshmallow. Look at him. He doesn't even care.
This is my favorite
He's
part.
a monster. It's about to get even worse.
Oh yeah, American Kirby's hardcore.
When they play the Fountain of the Dream song from Smash Melee, you
Kirby
know
is
it's
still
getting
hardcore. It's just a matter of how hardcore he looks.
Yeah. Look,
Look,
he has a universe in his stomach. This is
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah.
Even
Guys,
in
we
one
gotta
of the
find
DS
out
games, it
if,
shows this.
Guys, if,
Yeah,
It's like-
if
it was
Kirby's
first
Return to
like that.
Dreamland is can be played online.
He can actually enter
We
his
gotta
own
do
stomach
it.
dimension
Yeah,
and
eventually.
his power.
Well, I love this. The fact that this is a canon thing in the games, that his stomach's like a different universe.
He likely projects an astral image of himself within the
So
dimension and can act
it's
on the
like that
display.
one
Good.
chick from Inuyasha who absorbed, who copied what's his face's wormhole.
Also, you gotta
You're gonna have to be a bit more.
One thing thing I also really liked about this episode is that it was like a really good noticeable shift in Boob's personality to become like a separate character than just, you know, like Chad doing like a gruffer voice, you know?
I thought they already did that.
Fucking wheel Kirby.
Like episode 25, for example.
It feels like it's being a lot more defined as an actual separate character here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point. I didn't. Yeah. Oh god, that voice.
Oh,
God.
Somebody summon Jigglypuff!
Never gonna kill you now. Never gonna take your planets and eat you.
Man, Rob Halford can break glass with his voice. Kirby can destroy entire worlds.
You know what I'm surprised they didn't use in
It's
this death
Link
battle?
Kirby.
What's up, Kevin?
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it because the sprites didn't exist.
They only used
You remember
this
there's-
power, the
Oh, that's right, the
hypernova.
most recent game.
Yeah, because that they
Was,
could just
Triple Deluxe.
modify the sprite to look rainbowy, or like a
Remember,
after
Robots
flashback.
and Star Allies and Forgotten Lands did not happen when this battle came out.
Oh god.
The latest game was Triple Deluxe.
Yeah, so fun fact, you can, the rainbow effect is really easy to pull off in,
Yeah.
Premiere and Photoshop and...
That's what I was saying. That's why those
Oh, by the way,
superpowers
this
aren't
feat,
there.
this feat that Kirby does here doesn't factor into how he wins this fight.
I mean, yeah. It's still great though. I love this feat.
Yeah, it was an awesome feat.
He's so tough that he was barely phased after being crushed under thousands of tons of pressure.
Look at that.
And effortlessly survived an explosion massive enough to eclipse the entire world.
He's achieved all of this despite being only 8.
Could you imagine if they used Kirby now?
It's not the size of the monster.
Yeah. Here's the thing,
Fucking
Kirby.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Kirby.
You know what those memes about Smash, but he's too small for Smash Brothers.
Well,
And has yet to fully mature
It's
as
too
a
small.
Star Lord.
and the thing is, Kirby is actually really, really strong.
Yeah. Like, no
Die,
shit.
He's much stronger than what Death Battle's making him out to be.
Oh,
Same
yeah,
with Blue.
He's one of the strongest video game characters
hey,
out there, and they don't
RGS.
really show much of that. And then we get to Boo. Who
for
also gets
Majin
downplayed.
Buu, aka the worst
No,
part of Dragon Ball
Boo
Z.
gets down.
No, you're wrong,
Boo
Sheamus.
gets downplayed way
Why
more.
are
wrong.
you still using the
It's-
fucking
Oh,
orange
Oh,
bricks?
like that's the
Don't even
worst.
try. It's the worst part of canon DBZ.
You're wrong still.
By the way, Faulkner's score still slaps.
Fuck
Oh, it
yeah.
absolutely does. It's my preferred soundtrack for Z, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
like the
absolutely.
Bruce Faulkner is like the best one.
Do you know that
Yeah.
Bruce Falconer
Yeah.
almost worked with Zack Snyder on a Dragon Ball film?
Yeah.
That is
I
the
did
good
not.
and to be. They built up Majin
Yep.
Buu very well.
Yeah, Bruce Faulconer and Zack Snyder were both attached to the movie that became Dragon Ball Evolution in, like, 2002, 2003.
Yeah, and then Warner Brothers wasted their time and never made it.
Of course.
By the way,
They
mentioned
made Evolution though. That counts, right,
Yeah.
guys?
No,
That counts.
it wasn't Warner Brothers.
And
Ben,
they
I know we're...
mentioned-
Oh,
I know we want to blame Warner for everything. That was
it was
Fox.
It was Fox, right? Yeah, it was Fox. I'm sorry. I'm
What
an
did they
idiot.
get? Disney lost it. I won't kid. This is the first time this is the first time I heard that pun in this episode. I didn't even know about that until this
I didn't
episode.
put it
Yeah, me
together.
neither. That was a great pun.
By the way, did you know that the guy who voices Bobbity in the English dub was Chuck E. Cheese?
What?
No.
What?
Oh my God.
You're a
Yep.
liar!
What?
Duncan
You're a
Brennan.
liar! No, that's
What?
not being true.
Yep. Look it
Oh
up.
my
You're
God.
attacking. That's
Fun
My
fact.
childhood is ruined.
Fun fact, Jackie Chan tried to get the rights to direct a Dragon Ball film back in 1995.
They should have
Oh,
gave him
that
the
would have been
right.
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting
No, I got a
fact,
question.
they
I
mentioned
just
that Boo
remembered
is
something.
Boo is supposedly the only character who has been, you know,
Wait, I
damaged
can't
by
remember.
bullets, even
Wait,
though
seriously.
bullets
Bullets still go through him.
Didn't one of the Elmo voice actors voice Boo in one of the dubs?
No,
no.
that doesn't sound right.
Elmo's voice
Okay.
actor did voice Master Splinter.
Okay, that's what I want to.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So interesting fact that they bring up the fact that Boo has been like affected by bullets like most other Dragon Ball cast members, because if you've seen Goku and Krillin, they get They get hurt, but they've gotten hurt by bullets before.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
bullets. It's really weird. Like we
just
see
think-
Goku destroy the entire Universe 7 just get harmed by bullets.
Yep.
All because he wasn't training. He was going
Yeah.
soft.
And
I wasn't training hard enough.
And another thing is, like, Boo actually no-sold one of Deborah's ki blasts as when Deborah was trying to test out to see if he was actually, you know, as strong as Babidi claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, Deborah is
Oh,
as
they
strong as
mentioned that
hell.
he could physically absorb
No,
other
no, no, no.
people.
What were you
They don't
saying,
use
RGS?
Super
Hang on,
Boo.
wait, hang on,
Yeah.
Kevin. What were you saying, RGS?
I was saying that obviously Deborah is, or Dabuda, if you want to say in the Japanese way, Dabuda, because abracadabra, is as strong as hell, if not a little bit stronger.
Cool.
fact,
Thank you for
Deborah's-
the fact, RGS, and welcome back.
Yeah, no problem.
Deborah's English voice
the
actor
one,
is
the
actually
one flaw in this episode is that they don't explain the whole, like, you know, pure evil Boo aspect.
Yeah,
They
they kind
don't.
of. Here's the
They just
thing.
go
I
off over
understand why. Let me, because like it would have been far more budget, and there was a bit lack of sprites for that. So I understand why they would stick to like Fat Boo and the main evil Boo.
It could have been like
Yeah.
a simple like PNG of like kid like evil Boo just like absorbing like
Yeah.
Majin Buu. It wouldn't have been that
I
big.
mean,
a deal.
admittedly, I would have just had a cloud of smoke and implied that it's Evil Boo there.
Yeah.
I get the point that it's two characters who are innocent fighting each other who are seemingly powerful. I get that, but the point of like Majin Buu is that he is like, you know, he can. It's weird like that, you know.
Yeah.
Right, think of it this way: they're both pure Boo, and Kid Boo is pure evil, whereas Kirby, he's pure good.
While his regenerative
Yeah.
ability seems to make him indestructible, Boo is one of the only Dragon
Put handcuffs on him.
That's not true
Visibly
Death Battle, but to be fair, this is before Super, so
No. Even in OG Dragon Ball, Goku got hit by a bullet and he was.
oh, that was like long
Yeah.
ago. I'm talking about
Yeah,
like
OG. Yeah.
Yeah, OG Dragon Ball.
OG Dragon Ball, Goku and Krillin got affected.
This is before Battle of Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was this was after. This is during Battle of Gods. This episode was
Yeah,
released
Beerus-
right now.
People say he's one of their most deadliest villains, and yet, oh, Beerus is right
Oh wait,
here.
guys, we get one of the best sponsorships they ever done.
Yes, I
Watch
love
this.
this.
Check this out.
Watch this.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
Goku!
Goku!
The best form for
He's
Goku
so
was
happy.
in Super.
He's my best friend.
And why do you
I don't know. I think Ultra. is
Holy shit! It's
pretty cool.
oh, Masako.
My Super Saiyan God form would eat Superman for lunch?
I remember this one.
Yes.
I
love
loved this
this
little bit back in the day.
Then, Singer,
Singer.
but you can't even sing.
I can't even sing.
We see
It's
them
instant transmission.
they're very angry. We see the comments.
Hey, it's Stuttering Craig back there.
I love it. I love it
The
so
toys
much.
are
Oh,
working.
yeah.
Yep.
I remember when I saw this, I laughed.
It's still
so hard.
going.
His face! Look at his face! It's so full of contempt. You can hear him muffling too.
That's awesome. And not just because it's one of the best forms.
Use of muscle flex.
Alright, let's watch a fun fight.
It's time for a pudgy
A fun but very inaccurate fight.
No,
It's
I-
time for a pink battle!
I love pink!
I say inaccurate based on what they'll say later.
Well, we'll get to that. I have my own rant on that.
Ultimate Battle 22 boost.
Oh god.
Right.
Whoa, what's happening, man?
I'm just gonna turn all of you into food!
Looks like no
To be fair, the Ultimate Battle sprites
This
are
is all
not bad.
kinds of messed up.
Yeah, the sprites from a
Here
game
comes
that
this
uses
evil
the
brick.
original drawings from Dragon Ball Z.
No, this is Ultimate Battle 22. Those sprites.
Yeah.
Ultimate Battle.
That
Okay,
uses the
guys,
Allowing
learn-
DDD's royal
Ooh.
payback.
Guys, learn how to black balance your sprites.
I think
Yeah,
it
they
looks
should've
good.
done the black bit.
No, the mouth does not look correct at the,
Oh, yeah,
at the
that's-
same
no.
resolution.
The
If you're gonna
eyes-
draw a new
Oh,
mouth,
let him go!
copy off of the colors that are already there. That's how
To
you
be
make
fair,
lip.
this is the only episode that
Get in my belly!
Get in my belly.
Oh!
With the hammer.
Which, by the way, in case
I
you're
love
wondering
that.
what
He
game this
brings it
track
back.
is from, it's from Triple Deluxe.
Don't by me, you douchebag!
I like that.
Oh. You can get another one.
I like how they're all writing like, oh god!
Link Kirby.
Oh my god, it's over!
9,000.
Heyo! Oh, never mind. Oh, that's, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's just gum.
That was Ben Singer.
Yep.
That's cute. I like
Look at
that.
the Budokai soundtrack in here. I'm cool with this.
Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Even though I think Tenkaichi 2 soundtrack's better, but
Fun fact, Tenkaichi 2's soundtrack is what ultimately replaced Raging Blast 2's OST
my God, he
after
smashed
Kenji
California.
Yamamoto got hit with the lawsuits.
Ooh.
Ooh. Kirby! His face!
Yeah, see, this battle scenario is actually somewhat entertaining.
Yeah.
I love
It's
it.
just-
It's
their
amazing.
analysis is kind of...
We'll get to it.
Lackluster.
Oh, get him! Yeah!
oh, this is interesting.
Now he's trapped.
Oh, look, there's the...
Oh, he's totally trapped. It's the end of the fight. Oh, he's so angry he can't even eat.
Boo could escape this.
Yeah,
They
why?
I
never-
wonder.
They
Oh,
never
no,
mention
don't
the
you
whole
worry.
dimensional escape feat, do they?
We're not gonna go.
Oh yeah, they don't mention that.
That's
They show it though. They
That is
show
not
this
how it
though.
works.
I do like this though.
It's a little ass
Oh,
snap in
and-
it.
oh, I
They just
believe
go
this
for
is the
bump from the
first final boss track from Return to Dreamland.
Oh yeah, the music choices are fantastic here. Oh!
The appropriate Under My Control, that's the name of the
This
track.
fight is also decently long, but it doesn't drag.
Yeah, it's one of the longer
This
fights.
is a good
It's
fight.
great.
It's just... Again,
Let's
it's
go!
the analysis
Let's
of
go!
it kills it.
Woo!
Yeah, star.
Oh, this is my favorite part. Here we go.
Kirby's gonna throw hands.
Oh!
You're the best
Get him!
around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down.
No.
Damn!
Oh, you asshole.
I broke
You
it
can't say
again,
that Boo's not
asshole.
smart.
He's like,
I
what?
think this track is from
fuck?
Triple Deluxe.
Yeah, it is. Also, if you recall, the Star Rod destroys anything evil. I want you to recall that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Then he
this
should
should
be-
totally kill Kid Buu. This should
Yeah.
kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, Boo
Sorry,
can
guys.
break apart like that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that should have killed him. But all right.
Kirby, why did you just stand there and let the Star Rod get destroyed?
He was
Oh,
looking to
he's
see how things
sad.
played out.
He's sad now.
Sad Kirby. You can hear
Well,
Sakura
oh no,
shouting
we're
in the
all
background.
doomed.
So the pretty pink puffball wants to fight Boo. Fight Boo! No! I'm gonna kill you!
He
And then-
activated the stomach gland.
Shit, you did.
And now we get the Hypernova theme.
And he didn't even need to get the 7 Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds to turn hyper.
Did you just
Boo be
stand
like,
there?
what?
Hyper Kirby.
And this is to eat even more than before.
Bye, Boo.
Like,
See you next
goddamn,
season.
Cooler and Broly as characters
Whenever.
who've entered the
Here's the
sun to
best
get
part.
caught.
Oh.
Here's the
Dead.
best part.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
Oh no! No!
Kirby is love. Kirby is life.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Terrifying.
amazing.
Did that seriously just happen?
Oh no! Now he's got.
Oh no!
Oh, that's terrifying!
Oh no!
Dear
He's
God!
he's unbeatable.
Oh,
He's
no.
unstoppable, like invincible.
And Kirby's no slouch when it comes to power. He tanked a planet-sized explosion without a scratch when the same kind of blast turns Boo into mush. And remember the frying pan thing?
Popstar is approximately the same size as
It
the planet
really
Shiverstar,
doesn't
which is
factor
actually
into
a
how
close
he
one.
wins.
It doesn't,
It
but
really
still,
shouldn't, but I
it shows
get
how
it.
strong
Must
he
be
is.
similar to that of Earth's. Throwing the giant acid monster Popon up to the sun means Kirby threw at least 3.5.
It would have been better to show him punching the planet in half, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, why didn't they use that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't show
Why
it,
not
but they didn't
calculate
map
this
it
is a
out.
great death
No,
battle,
they showed
but
it. They
the
showed it
analysis
going
at the end
to
is kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby, yeah, Boo has never fought anybody
This is
at
the weird
light
one.
speed
Wait.
before.
Such as when he didn't
The
use
Spirit Bomb destroys anything good like the Star Rod does!
Yeah.
Guys! It's right
Anything
in front
not
of
good.
you!
The winner
Not good.
is Kirby.
Kirby.
It's
Kirby,
that
Kirby,
there
Kirby.
Kirby.
Kirby,
the
Kirby,
show.
Kirby, Destination
Okay.
No! Kirby! Alright, Alex,
Okay, guys.
you know,
We all
I
agree
th-
with the result. It's just
It's
Okay,
the way-
let me
The
go ahead
analysis is
and
what kills
it.
run. Let me go
let me
ahead and
get
run
the
this
timer
down.
out. Let me get the timer out. Hang on. Alright, Alex, go.
Okay, so this episode of Death Battle is fucking amazing. The setup is great, the fight is great, the choreography, the animation, everything's good. Minus, my issues with the black balance, but that's a nitpick. It's like a 10-year-old episode almost.
Is it?
I think it's time
Yes.
for a death battle.
Really?
Even yeah. I love this episode. I love it so much, and even taking into account the fact that the analysis at the very end is fucking stupid. The rest of it it's perfect. It's fucking
Elaborate on the
amazing.
analysis.
the analysis stated that Boo
It's irrelevant. Like
Yeah, I
literally,
can-
the
I can-
analysis is
can I-
irrelevant at the end.
Do you guys hang on? Hang on. Before we continue on to that, Alex, where would you put it on here?
He said it's time for a death battle, but where
I
is
meant
it
on-
going?
I'd
Underwear?
say, you know what? I'll
Underwear.
put it. I will put it personally. I'm gonna put it below Wario and DDD.
Yeah, that's a
Fair
fair
enough.
placement. I'll put it there. as well.
Okay, Kevin, do you mind if I take your place because I do want to rant about the
Yeah,
analysis.
yeah. Go ahead,
Is-
Ed, because
okay.
you kind of speak
Yeah.
for a lot of us here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so as a huge Death Battle fan, they fuck up on multiple things. The first thing is the speed. They claim that Boo has never fought anyone light speed. That's incorrect. I will reflect you back to the when Piccolo destroyed the moon. That was like 57% the speed of light, and then they just got faster from there. So no, that's not correct at all. And then you have the Spirit Bomb thing, and they kind of mention, oh, he can be disintegrated. Yes, he could, but that's the fucking Spirit Bomb, which is made of pure good energy. And guess what else is? The fucking Star Rod! The Star Rod would be able to kill Kid Buu. It has the same fucking purpose here, guys. I don't mind the depth too much, but the analysis is completely worthless. It's genuinely worthless. It's a shame because you have the pieces. You have the pieces right there, and you don't use them, and it kind of frustrates me. With that aside, I do love everything else. I love the analysis. No, they did miss the dimensional feat Boo has. I was dumb. But I do love the analysis. It's really funny. It shows a lot. I do wish they showed more because they did downplay both, but that's fine. The fight itself, though, is one of my all-time favorites. It has such chaotic energy, and it's one of the longer fights they've done, and it's great. Genuinely great. And if it weren't for the issues the episode had, it would be it's time for a death out. Easy. But because of those issues, it's hard to place it. It would be in War v Death somewhere. I would have to think about it for a little bit. But yeah, I would put a War v Death. It's a good episode, but it suffers from a lot of flaws in its research, and it gets put down because of it.
I have a question.
What's up?
Are Goku and Vegeta light speed?
Yes.
They're massively faster than light.
Massively faster than light by the end of Z.
And as we see at the end of Z, Kid Buu is able to challenge and even put Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 on the back foot, correct?
Yes.
Even though every other Dragon Ball source tries to say Vegeta never got to that level, I'm like, bullshit. He did.
Yep.
So that would mean he flat someone in light speed. And while I'm aware that the Spirit Bomb is able to kill good characters, as we've seen with Ki, he is able to be used.
But yeah.
Yeah.
The Spirit Bomb that has never killed a single person it actually damaged in the show up until Buu.
Yeah.
I know, I'm trying to...
Well, technically, it destroyed one of the androids.
That's
Gizmo,
not canon.
That's not
that was
canon.
canon.
That's a
That's
movie.
what I said, technically.
I know,
Okay,
but
guys,
it's still not canon.
Technically, it killed one of the androids because.
To be more technical, Goku absorbed it, so that doesn't really count.
That's still technically using the spirit bomb.
Anyway,
what were you saying?
Semantics aside, King Kai himself states that the Spirit Bomb is used to kill characters with evil intent or pure of heart, pure good. Correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It's supposed to, but it's supposed to. That's the main purpose, but
that's all I need.
has.
That's all I need. I'm just gonna say there are characters who have deflected against it, and as we see with Ki, we have seen characters use their Ki to try to hold back.
Or deflect it, like Gohan was able to deflect it back to Vegeta, yeah.
It's not to say that Buu can't die because of it. It's just to say that Buu has that as potential defense. However, we don't see him use Ki shields and stuff because he's not a planking fighter.
No.
I don't disagree with it. I'm just saying that there are options there for that, but I'm just saying that those do exist and they do neglect them.
Yeah. So Kevin, where would you put it personally? Like, what are your thoughts on the episode?
The thing is like, it just feels like they'll use irrelevant feats for their analysis is to kind of showcase a strength of Kirby, even though there are much better and more relevant feats. And it's like, I'm not saying that Kirby wouldn't have won this fight. No, Kirby scales much higher than Buu. It's just...
Who keeps leaving?
Jedi originally left, and he came back, and then Jam left.
It's just that I feel like everybody keeps leaving.
He came back.
It's just why on earth do you feel this need to say that at Buu? They say that Buu has never fought against anybody light speed, even though Dragon Ball Z characters have scaled far higher than light speed by the end of Z.
I just realized it contradicts their own research in Goku versus Superman.
And it gets even worse and this also gets even worse because we ended up finding out a bit of an interesting feat from Bleach where the weakest Espada was able to avoid sunlight entering a room, which is around relativistic speed.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So that kind of puts a bit into perspective. They even downplay True Shikai Ichigo's speed.
Wait, we're talking about Kirby.
I know.
Keep in mind that was the lowest ranking Espada in.
Yeah, and also they say that True Shikai Ichigo is slower than that in their analysis of him running down the stairs to get to the Soul Society for the battle.
What do you mean running up?
You have 20 seconds, Kevin.
Cameo motto.
Anyway, it's in hindsight, it'd be a worthy death of Sauron versus Mr. Lich King.
I agree with that. I honestly do personally agree with that. All right, Gizmo, your turn in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I would actually put it in it's time for death battle. I would actually say I would actually agree with Alex. Put it like right below Wario
Wario
versus
versus
DDD.
DDD.
Yeah, I think it's a really good death battle. I mean, like I didn't really have much to complain about when it came to the analysis, except for the light speed feat. I mean, if they like said something along the lines of he isn't used to fighting guys at light speed that much, considering the Kais might have been slower than Goku and Vegeta. We don't know because all they said was they lost. We don't know if they were faster or slower, or they could have at least said something along the lines of there he's not used to fighting something as erratic as Kirby, but no, they just it was kind of weird hearing that the Majin Buu isn't used to fighting someone that's light speed, which again is cap considering how fast Vegeta and Goku are, especially Gohan when they all decided to fight him both one by one and at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But the fight itself was pretty cool. The analysis, I didn't see it as unnecessary, but that's Death Battle for you. They're gonna throw every fact they see that's worth mentioning just to show you how strong, fast, powerful, yada 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 they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the only problem I really have is the sprite for Majin Buu, but that's neither here nor there because let's face it, not everybody in DBZ is gonna have their own custom sprite.
10 seconds, Gizmo. 10 seconds.
You don't see anybody making a custom pan sprite anytime soon. But I still think it's pretty good. Like the good really heavily.
You're out of time, Gizmo.
Yeah, that the good heavily outweighs the bad in this case, though.
All right, where would you put it, Gizmo?
Like I said, it was.
Oh, you already said right. Ah, got the frog out of my throat.
Jesus Christ!
Okay. Go over there. Go over there.
That's a weird way to request a Frogger sequel, Ben.
All right, Gizmo, not our Gizmo. RGS, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hold on, before you.
Okay.
Correct.
What? Yeah, everyone hears you.
Everyone can hear me. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I can hear
timer again.
All right, starting.
Right. So I think I might have missed a little bit of Boo's analysis, if I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's essentially stuff we already know. Boo was created by Boba. He could do this, and this. All that stuff, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For how experimental the fight really is, I do agree that it is up there with the upper tiers. It's pretty good. It's pretty chaotic, even though the black balancing for the ultimate battle sprite for Boo is a bit iffy. I do understand why they use that because it is the most visually consistent. The issue is really coloring, I think, as well, but that's just me. I do quite like the beats of the fight. I don't really like how they approach Boo turning into Kid Boo, but I understand it's apples and oranges. For what it is, most of the fight is good. It's great even. It's awesome, outstanding, amazing, Sonic colors. But I do think the ending analysis does kind of mar it a little bit because I have to kind of look at it as a whole, the journey as a whole. The end of the fight is good. Great, I love it. If it were just a fight, it would absolutely be time for a death battle. But the issue is the ending and how they try to reason it. Admittedly, they already had the tools there in their starting analysis. They should have just doubled down on what they already shown. That's just it. Ben's already mentioned the inconsistencies and the incongruities, and I patched in here and there. For what it is, it's still really good as an episode, but I don't think it deserves to be in It's Time for a Death Battle for all the flaws it does have. I do agree with placing it above Sauron King because it is a lot more experimental, it's a lot more fast and flowing and very chaotic. It has some really interesting fight beats that you can only do time. That's fine, I was kind of finishing it anyway.
Yeah, you're good. Who's next? We did RGS. Sheamus, you're up. You there?
Yeah, I'm just being polite.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, and the go.
Yeah, there's no qualms about it. It's in the top tier time for death battle because it's, as I said, I remember who won me all these years later. Even if I didn't remember the sponsorship, but that adds up more to it. But about the fight itself, I think it's really damn entertaining. I did say at the point where it doesn't drag, but around 2/3 of the way in, it does drag a bit. You know, it unfortunately, they want to keep the fight going because it's a really cool concept. I get that, but the thing is, Death Battle evolved. They knew how to pace their fights a fair bit better, and unfortunately, as funny as this episode could have been, it did feel like, can we get to the point, please? It was like the moment that Kirby used the Star Rod, and then realized, yeah, okay, can we? This feels like the end game scenario. Can we please get to it here? And it just kept going and going. Ironically, just like Dragon Ball Z's anime did.
Maybe that was the point.
If I want to be honest, it's quite accurate, but my point is...
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
But I think its pacing ruins it. And yeah, there's the issues of them not mentioning various aspects of Buu, and yet they still use his power set there in the episode itself. For the fact that it's padded out a little bit too far, I'm going to put it... Actually, surprisingly, I'm going to put it below... Let's put it below Heihachi and Geese. Because at least that fight was
Predictable.
All right. Yeah, predictable. All right. Jedi. I just want to let you know, no pressure, but it's a tie between a worthy death, and it's time for a death battle. So you can either vote for one or the other, or completely fuck us all over and vote for any of these. So
you're absolutely allowed to have a different opinion.
Categories are: it's time for a death battle, a worthy death, pretty good. It could have been worse, or it's pretty bad, and an absolute failure.
All right, I'm gonna start your timer, Jedi. No pressure. 3, 2, 1.
It's under a timer, so it's gonna be pressure.
Okay, so I like this episode, like you guys. I think it holds up very well in the animation department. The fight being long helps convey a lot of what they're going for. Some great comedy, and just a mix of things. The sprite work, it's a little dated, but for the time it was good. But the main thing that I do agree with that cannot be ignored is the analysis. The inconsistencies and even the just flat out disregards of Buu as a character or a combatant, it is unacceptable, and I think that takes it down for me. So I would say that this is a great episode, but it is heavily held back by their quotes at the end. So I would have to say that it is a worthy death. I would put it behind Sauron versus Lynch King. If those analysis, if it was done now, I feel like it could be much better because they've clearly made an effort to do Dragon Ball more justice.
Yeah, a 4 versus Vegeta is a great example on that. They did a great job. Even Trunks and Silver too. Those are great examples.
It's a good episode.
Better. Yeah.
At the very least, they actually learned to take an L.
So basically, I think we should leave it where it is. I think, or we can put it at the top since there's so many votes. But you know what? I feel like this is where it should be.
Yeah, that's where it should be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
So
another thing I gotta mention though is I didn't want to mention this, but I was a little iffy about Majin Buu just rushing over to Kid Buu, but you know, because of time constraints, I'm guessing they had to.
Please hurry, my hand's hurting from clicking this.
They had to switch over, like they had to automatically go to Kid Buu because you know I think it would have been I think they would have thought it annoying or like time or just
Please, my hand is burning right now.
Damn, bro, calm down. Take your meds.
I can't stop. Please let me click it.
Spin the wheel.
Spin.
You guys were
Wheel of morality.
it would have been
What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Oh, baby!
Oh, spin again!
Yes!
The best option.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's spin again. Spin again. Spin again. Spin again.
Oh,
We got our first Ruby battle.
Our first Ruby death battle.
All
Took
right,
us 20 fucking
given my
volumes.
love for Persona, I've never seen this episode before.
Oh, you're in for
Really?
it. This is a decent
Surely
one.
Mitsuru would win.
Surely
Mitsuru would win.
Ruby.
It's
A
the combat
representative.
skirt
And
veteran
the
versus
best
the
Ruby
baby ice cream.
episode.
The itty bitty titty committee death battle.
All right, so this is season 4. Where is it?
Gizmo.
This season 6.
I have
season 6.
Gizmo, I have to tell you something. Mitsuru's bust is actually much bigger than Weiss's.
Yeah. Well, that's because she's old. She's older than Weiss.
Literally older.
Mitsuru's like.
Oh yeah, the card game.
No,
remember the fucking card game?
No, even in the
vaguely.
Even in her high school days. Even in her high school days, Mitsuru's bust is bigger.
I really don't want to.
Are we really arguing over boob sizes? You are a pervert.
It's fine. It's fine because Mitsuru was graduating at the end of Persona 3, so at least it's not. We can't argue that because you know.
Oh, and her voice actress is actually married to Yuri Lowenthal. All her voices.
Wow! Oh my God, she is. Oh my God, she's Yuri Tanaka from like Spider-Man the game. Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Oh no! Again, I never knew that was the same actress. She played like Tamari in Naruto as well. Like I never knew it was her.
Hey,
this fight's in 3D too.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, it's 3D.
Because again, Arc System Works did sprites for both characters. I thought this was going to be a sprite fight.
No, they went the extra mile. And this was by the time.
Color me very impressed. They didn't have to do that because the assets.
Personally, the models from the dancing games are pretty good.
But Mitsuru wasn't in her oh wait, it's not her arena design, is it?
No, it's her OG design.
Yeah. I will say, when this episode was first announced, I remember there were so many people saying, oh, Death Battle's going to have Ruby win because they're biased. And the aftermath of that was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Is it because of the result of, like, Tifa versus Yang? Is that why?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yang had literally no business winning against Tifa.
Even Death Battle admitted they fucked that one up.
Didn't they really stop the you gotta let this guy win kind of stuff after the Rainbow Dash versus Starscream?
That, you know, like, Weiss was one of the best characters in Ruby there. She's one of the most defined, she's one of the most developed, she's like one of the most interesting.
The most defined? No, I think the most defined was definitely Yang and her two guns.
Until they fucked that up.
I've only watched the midway of season 2, so keep this in mind.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah, don't watch the rest of Ruby. It died after series 3.
I would just stop after 3.
Yeah, stop after 3.
At the very least, you gotta stop after 6.
You know,
don't watch 6 at all.
You know, you could watch the you know,
Season
if you like
6.
Ruby, just watch Soul Eater. It's essentially the same thing.
You know what? Yes, Soul Eater is a better show.
Yeah, Ruby was inspired by that, so it's not even a lie.
Ruby lost its luster after a while.
Yeah, well, it was because of a certain someone sadly passed away, and we all miss him.
Yeah, after Monty Ohm died,
it's a shame that Ice Queendom wasn't like around when this episode came out, because that could have added a bit more. Because say what you want about Ruby, but Ice Queendom looked and is apparently was very well done.
It's good, but
it's done by Shaft. So of course it's gonna be good.
Shaft. What a shaft of a man.
You say that, but the animation was actually really damn good in that anime.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the anime was great.
Yeah, Shaft.
It's like they actually gave a shit about the source material, like the people who helped promote it.
The fun fact about the anime, the people who made Ruby hate the anime, and when it was a success, it pissed them all off.
Well, of course they would.
That sounds like...
Of course they would, because they made them look like idiots with their...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command show retroactively makes Pixar look like idiots.
Yeah. And that was made before Lightyear.
They should have made a movie based off that show. Holy shit!
They did it the right way. They set up the entire show as being the fictional show the Buzz Lightyear the toy was based on. That was very smart of the show to do that. But then they apparently Pixar thought
By the way,
Weiss's
abusive dad is voiced by Jason Douglas, aka
I thought he was the Colonel.
Boomstick, that's disgusting, Boomstick.
Oh my god!
I love that. Oh my god! I love cross tag battle, but fucking Arc System Works did that game dirty.
Oh yeah,
it was gonna be a big.
Blake and Yang weren't even finished when this game was released. Neptunia was in the code, and they never got to it.
Promised Nep, and she never came.
She never came. They never finished her.
She doesn't come at all.
They never finished her, which is still really depressing.
Okay, we're
That's
using the
impressive.
food.
They only
fight.
added one Arcana
The
Heart
food
character.
fight is great. That was one of the best
It is great.
episodes.
And that was in season 2, funnily enough.
Yeah. The peak of the series, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was all
You know
downhill.
who else did that?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Well, if you think that the animation quality went downhill after Monty died, oh god, season 7. Dear lord.
Oh, we
Well,
don't
they
talk
are
about that.
both
We don't
Warner
talk about that.
Brothers.
Make seasons 5 and 6 look like masterpieces by comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I talked about
I
that
hate to
some of
say
the
this,
animation.
but if Weiss were to fight 2B, she'd lose because 2B does that every day practically.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to
Basically.
see 2B
2B
in Death Battle.
2B can do it all
Yeah,
day with
same.
her 150
I
pound
remember-
ass.
I remember. Hang on. I remember.
So she could swear up a storm.
I remember DBX did 2B versus Noctis, and that was really good.
I mean,
Noctis
they
wins.
I was
You
gonna
know,
say the fight,
well,
but then I
speaking of
realized that
Ruby,
Noctis was in Tekken, and
You know
2B
that they
can
made a
kill each
comic
other.
book of the Justice League crossover with Ruby. You know how well that went? It did.
Well.
Do you know there's
balls, man.
they've still
And now
got
they're
a
making
movie coming out based on that run.
Yeah, they're making a movie based off of it, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how bad that'll be.
Is
Dude,
the original
it
guy
looks
involved
really
or
bad.
no?
I don't
here's
fucking
what's
know.
funny thing.
If
Here's what's
he
funny
is, it's
about
going
the
to be
movie.
absolutely mental.
Here's what's funny about the movie, though. The Justice League Ruby movie is completely different from the comic book. Ruby and Justice League comic book, it's literally just one of those fusion fanfics where it's like the characters existed in that world all this time, but differently. While the movie is literally about the Justice League going to the Ruby world and not remembering how.
Huh, so it's like the inverse of the Ninja Turtles Batman
Mitsuru.
crossover.
Yes, basically.
Mitsuru Kirijo, head of
Also,
the
yeah.
Kirijo conglomerate.
Yeah. So
One more funny thing
Batman
about, one
versus
last
the
funny
Ninja Turtles will be the better
That's about to
crossover
be
movie.
AI
That was a better one, yeah. And one
Oh,
last
but
thing that-
question: is this the only Persona episode so far, or am I forgetting?
Yeah,
something?
it's the only Persona.
It's the
The only one. Wow.
By the way,
Okay.
by the way, guys,
I would think they
guys,
would have done Joker by now.
guys. So
What?
that joke that they have for Mitsuru likes Marin Karen too much, that's a nod to her somewhat lackluster AI in the game.
Ooh.
Where when she doesn't have the ability to just like, you know, or rather, unless you have her AI do something other than act freely, she's just gonna spam Marin Karen when she can't get an opening. Which, by the way, that's a charm spell.
Oh God.
One last funny thing
That's
about
a
the
funny
Ruby-
joke.
One last funny thing about the Ruby Justice League movie, it looks like they grew Yang's bust size and let everyone else be smaller.
Okay, that's bullshit. Yeah, no, he's right.
Wait,
Yang is
wait, did
stealing
they
the other
actually?
girl's
That's
tits.
amazing.
I'm not capping. I'm not joking. If you look at the footage and go to a scene where Ruby meets most of the Justice League as they're being introduced to each other, you'll see that Yang's bust size is bigger because the tits are like sticking out.
Someone
Yeah.
animating that
So-
movie's really horny for Yang.
Yeah,
and
There
I
is
don't
a-
blame him.
Okay, somewhere on the internet, there is a picture of me dressed up as Solid Snake holding a Yang
this guy actually looks like
cosplayer
the fucking
her at
remaster.
gunpoint,
Color me
and
black.
by which I mean
What?
by which I mean NES Zapper point.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ! I was
Orange or
about to
gray
say
after.
that's some extreme shit, Alex.
Jesus.
Did you at least fuck her? No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Mitsuru
God, I
can't
wish.
It's a Yang
guys-
cosplayer, of course.
Mitsuru can't use Niflheim, nor can she use Megadolan.
Oh, okay,
No, she
so that's the
cannot.
first
She
one.
does
Many
have
She can
to
only do
the answer.
her most powerful spell is Bufudyne, which is the
Yes,
most
but
powerful ice spell.
remember, she has that in the answer when she's fighting alongside bloody Takiba.
Yukari Takiba, aka the worst romantic interest in
Hey,
Persona.
Artemisia, there she is.
Artemisia.
All sorts of powerful ice spells. She can heal Mitsuru's wounds. She can drain someone's energy and add it to Mitsuru's own.
This may be a bit of a hot take, but I prefer her pre-evolved persona beyond Artemisia.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Take.
Oh,
I mean, I
was
don't have a
talking.
preference.
Okay, yeah, RGS, you were right. It's more or less, yeah, I was talking more, or her, character, or when you're playing as her.
My God, they're actually no. Sorry, no. You can't
That's understandable.
use Persona
I just
4
find-
Arena tech.
How the fuck? No, this is like referencing one of the Dragon Ball Z fighting games.
No.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
You don't know. That's weird.
This is like saying
Why
that.
is it they...
Yeah, Krillin can totally beat up fucking Darkseid. Because he beat
he
up
could.
Broly in that
I
one.
believe that.
Because he
No,
beat
no,
up Broly
no,
in that one 3DS game.
No, Alex. Cordy,
Why are we
they
showing
shot-
friends?
They shot,
And yeah, I will admit the fur coat for Mitsuru was very gaudy. She didn't need it in like Arena.
Which is so ironic because the model doesn't even have the fur coat.
Eh.
Yeah, like in this version, yeah, but like the sprite in Ultimate in Arena and Ultimax did. It felt a little gaudy.
Yeah.
By the way, because
Hero with his jacket.
Oh, by the way, that footage that they're using in there, that's from the Persona 3 animated movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Animated by
Interesting.
A1 Pictures. That is from an FMV in the actual game.
Those are the games,
Oh.
yes.
By the way, Kevin,
I
what were
must
you about
shoot
to
myself to
Kevin, what were you gonna say before you got interrupted?
Said by someone who's never played the game.
Specifically, this is a
What are you referring to?
You were about
You
to
know,
say
the
something and then you got
Invoker.
cut off.
In regards to what?
Like the whole.
Oh,
like,
Krillin beating Darkseid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Screw Attack basically made Broly a tad bit redonkulous. And I'm talking Super Broly. Ben, let me finish. Is
I
because
did
of
not need
that,
to hear them say that. No, I did not need to hear them say canon dick.
because as they made they scaled Broly to absolutely ridiculous. His feet.
What?
It's
Wait, Naoto's could do that?
Yeah.
No, they're using the Q manga to determine
So
that.
wait, they're telling me that they're going to be using Q logic.
Oh, I
in
love this
Nah,
joking on. I love this joke.
This is their best joke
love
of the
this.
season.
Michael Bay. We're good.
The Michael
Better
Bay
than
of
sex.
Thunderbolt. Basically campfire, that's amazing.
You know, it's a shame that they never dubbed the Persona 3.
Oh, the interns are dead! Except Jocelyn. She's the one who escapes.
Jocelyn's always allowed to live.
Jocelyn is nuke level.
Suicide is
painless. Boomstick, you're
That's
wrong.
from the thing.
Oh, Kevin, what were you saying? Finish up.
Anyway, because of how Broly was scaled, Krillin, based on the fact that Krillin was able to fight Broly in Extreme Butoden, according to Death Battle, he could totally take on Darkseid.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Like I said, this
Fuck
is
you,
all,
Darkseid.
like I said, this is only according to Death Battle. This is not.
Considering Dragon Ball Z
This is
characters
not
don't hold back.
Oh my god.
that's why
Broly
it's
scales
been
to
bad.
Ragnar
Animation,
blood
guys.
arrow. If
It's
she's
time
a
for Death
fucking
Battle,
battle,
guys.
She scales to Ragnar. What?
I wonder
Bro,
what the story's gonna be.
Alright, guys, my fight, guys.
Fighters don't hold back when they fight. You gotta believe.
Is this the same? Is this the
right
same
into it.
cathedral from Bayonetta versus Dante?
I
Yes.
think.
It
If
looks
it
like it
is,
is.
it's modeled differently.
Might just be shaded differently.
Yeah.
See, I think this might be
Interesting
like
how they
the extra.
animated the sword
Is it
arcs.
just me, or does the actor who's playing Mitsuru sound kind of familiar? And
I don't know, but it's Kara Herbal for
Oh!
again.
Yes.
I love the movement and the animation.
This
Oh,
is still
yeah.
better than how Ruby currently is.
Yeah,
Oh,
genuinely.
nice.
Death Battle does it better. I love that shot.
What's up?
Not nearly as stern, enough.
This must be the work of an enemy stand.
can she see Persona then, or not?
I mean, I would imagine
Well,
she must
assuming
be.
they're
Yeah, I
in
don't think
the
Persona's worth the standard as
in a
stands. I
world
think anyone
where
can see them.
Personas are interpreted,
Yeah.
then yeah.
You remember when they tried to make
That's
the
a bit out of character for Weiss to say.
I know.
Hey guys, remember when they tried to make the monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh kind of like the stands with the hologram goggles?
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
Yeah, I like this.
And then
They didn't need to 3D animate this, but they took the effort, and I appreciate that.
Oh,
And
by
then
the
they-
way,
Way better than
and then they
Oh,
just kind of
nice.
forgot about that.
oh guys, by the way, this is 2 episodes before Aang
Whoa.
versus Ed.
Ooh.
Oh God.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Before?
And this was after Ben 10 versus Green Lantern.
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
season.
Actually, yep. Oh, and by the way, Mitsuru in this episode is voiced by someone by the name of Corey Petite.
I love the
Ah,
tag
okay.
team here. That's great shit.
Yeah.
You have fighting in the background. I love that kind of detail.
That is the
Oh,
fakest
it's like
of
a move
fake
from Marine
names.
Ultimax. Awesome.
Corey Petite
Okay, well,
sounds like a
that's-
fucking porn name. I'm just gonna say it.
Sacrifice
Oh,
the
dude,
tone.
on the front
Well,
page
that
of
didn't do much.
Brazos.
It's like, you know that
She's in
girl
the category.
that, well, she's
She's in the
I say
BBC
girl,
category.
she's like 26 now.
Oh, guys,
I
let's
will
go.
say, Weiss's
Oh!
model was whoa.
Yeah.
Weiss's model was very expressive.
It's
Okay,
really
now they're
good,
both on the
honestly.
ground. I hate it when they
think that was
put
her
them both
aura
on the
giving out.
ground.
Oh,
Excuse me.
I love this.
The Invoker. Wait, but that can only.
Oh!
Oh.
Strong
Bad
enough.
fucking ass.
Yeah. And then
She's
what?
pure. Oh, that's
And then
right.
she carries the Arahan, which is something she can do.
Yeah, it's pure. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, sweet, more child murder.
And they kind of messed
that's
up
a
that
finishing
kill.
move from Arena.
And
Oh, that's so sick.
Off-screen death? Question mark?
No, it was on screen. It was clearly
It was on screen.
No, it was on screen. It's just the thing is, it kind of lacked impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that once. What's your results?
So sick. That was really sick.
Oh yeah.
I like the brief first-person view they had in the beginning.
That was cool.
Honestly, I really like the fencing style that they both have.
Yeah.
It's very unique. You don't
Hey,
see that many.
Yodo,
Yeah.
Naoto.
must be capable of similar speeds.
Yeah, but slowing down time seems like an instant win move, doesn't it?
In some ways,
God,
yes.
guys.
Look for who can
Guys.
win most matches overall.
You're not gonna believe
Times
this.
out of 1,000
What?
So let's watch the result first.
Mitsuru, in terms of versus battle wiki, scales to normally from Persona 3 you do Universe Plus level
Problem for Weiss.
to
She's been fairly reliant on ice techniques.
Oh.
She was
That
forced
seems a
to
little
adjust
daft.
what she has
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
That
got the
seems
avatar
too
of
high.
and we help fight Erebus.
Yeah, I know. She is ridiculous.
I don't
Is this
know.
all-
Ever-
Is this because of how she participated in the fight against Nyx? Because
Probably.
if that's the case, that actually makes a bit of sense.
Well, yeah, but I also factor in the fight with Erebus as well.
This is, in hindsight, this kind of makes this fight a curb stop.
If it's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
What do you mean if it's true? It is true.
Oh, is it?
Like,
Is it in one of the
Weiss-
canon games?
Holy shit.
Look at the numbers. Yeah, look at those
Ben,
numbers.
here's the thing.
Mhm.
Persona 4
Damn.
Arena is canon.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the game. Okay, I wasn't
All
sure.
Persona games are.
I thought you were talking about one of the
canon.
Q games.
Persona 3 has her take on not just us Nyx, but also the embodiment of
Again,
people's
they're
desire
bringing
to
in
die.
fighting game mechanics into this. I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy that.
Mitsuru
Yeah, this
contributed
is
to the defeat
a little
of
bit
Erebus.
The coach! No, why do we have the coach? No!
Granted, all it did was delay the inevitable. Oh, but basically,
The winner is
No
What?
chance.
Okay.
No
Weiss
chance.
stood
Alright,
no fucking chance
That's,
against
that's
this
cutting
one.
it deep.
Alright, so Alex, how would you rank this? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I have very little reference for this because I don't really know who the Persona character is.
I
And
do.
It's been a very
I've
long
only
time
played
since
4.
I've cared about Ruby, so I'm just gonna say it's pretty good, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna put
Alright.
it. I'm gonna put it.
You got pretty good, so I'm gonna scroll up. Where would you put it?
Okay, let's see here. So on my list, I'm gonna put it above Ryu and Scorpion, but On this list, where is Ryu and Scorpion anyways?
It's right here.
Okay. Hey, fuck that. It doesn't need to be that high. Okay, so I'm gonna...
Oh wait, it was fine as before. Could have been worse. Sorry about that, Bender.
That's all right.
Anyway,
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it at the top of it was fine.
Fair enough. All right, Kevin, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so after finding out how far Persona scales in terms of its power, Eric, considering, and let's see, we have Persona early on Mitsuru had basically contributed to the partial defeat of Nyx, who basically it would have ended the world as we know it and whatnot, which basically just ends everything. Not just the world, but basically everything, because deep down inside of every human being in the Persona universe is the desire to die. And that is basically what gave birth to the creature known as Erebus, as seen in The Answer. Erebus is keeps on going at that door, which is blocked by the protagonist. Yes, and essentially, if that thing ever opens the door or to release Nyx, then it's game over. So Mitsuru and the Shadow Operatives are basically trying to help rid that through inspiring people and whatnot to live. Anywho, I just put this in it was fine, and mostly due to the fact that in hindsight, this was a heavily one-sided battle against Weiss, and I'm just like, I was glad that a Ruby character actually lost this fight. It won't be the same case for the other two Ruby fights, especially the first one they did.
We'll get to that, but oh god. Alright, I'm gonna start my timer. I'm gonna put a Ruby Death for a few reasons. Mostly because the animation quality is really freaking good. Yes, the ending kind of blowed. I'll be willing to say that. But the rest of it, so fucking solid, in my opinion. Very good shit. I don't know what else I could really say, but I genuinely really liked it. I'll admit, I am a little biased for this episode, since this was during the aftermath of this episode was fucking hilarious, because a lot of the people who were saying Ruby was going to win because of bias were just fucking pissed after this episode came out. Like, no! Death Battle's supposed to be biased! And it was the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Argument.
So, in my opinion, I would put it above, I'm looking at, this R2 list. I would put it above Aquaman versus Namor, but not any higher, because using game mechanics is a bit weird, and the research can be a little iffy at times. It's fine. Most of it is fine, but there's a few errors here that are weird, in my opinion. But yeah, Worthy Death, because, again, the automation quality is really good, but there's stuff that does keep it down, like the lackluster Death or some weird research stuff. Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Honestly, this is coming from a guy who only played Persona 4 and hasn't finished it yet. Like, I'm pretty close to the end, I think. So
Gizmo, you're gonna have to do some things before you can get the true ending. So you're better off getting the regular ending and then doing a New Game Plus file.
Oh, hell no. I'm going to do every side mission I can until I get the true ending. I ain't like that.
No. So there's actually some things you gotta do to get the true ending.
Let him review the episode.
I'm just letting him know, that's all.
Fair enough. All right.
If I knew anything about Persona 3, considering how much I love Persona 4 and I want to play the other games that came before and after that, I would have put it up at the top of Worthy Death, I'm sure, but considering my lack of it, I would put it in pretty damn good. Not saying it was any worse than I thought it was going to be or better, but it's just, I don't know, something about not knowing anything about Persona 3 just has me. The impact of the win isn't there,
exactly.
compared to everyone else's. But the impact of her being the winner, that's something else entirely. The ending, I actually liked the death. I mean, it was pretty decent, but I honestly, it could have used some flash. Like maybe it showed like the dress getting cut up, or maybe the sword getting cut into mud and
Flash,
just
some
in half.
splash, some razzmatazz.
Yeah, there's something like add a little something to it to make it more impactful. I did like the first person view, like I said in the beginning, that was there for a bit. The animation altogether was awesome. I don't know, something about this, something about not knowing about much about Persona 3 has me putting it in pretty damn good. Like I said, if I knew much about anything about Persona 3 or anything outside Persona 4,
30
like in
seconds.
general, I would have put it higher. Maybe on top of Worthy Death, maybe at the bottom if it's time for a Death Bell. I don't know. But all I can say is that from what I do know, it's in pretty damn good.
All right, RGS, your turn in 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, so fortunately, I know a little bit more about Persona 3 to kind of gauge this, but I do kind of agree with the idea that it goes in pretty damn good. I like the fluidity of the fencing style. I really like it. I think it matches those characters really well, even if it is a bit of a stomp on Mitsuru's side, because she's the more powerful of the two. I like the usage of the beast creation that Weiss has and how it goes up against Artemisia. I like the overall fluidity and the use of camera techniques. It looks really nice. My issue, admittedly, is the death because it doesn't feel like a death. It feels more like a defeat. It should be defeat battle, not death battle. It kind of felt like didn't want to like give a very what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking a very decisive end to Weiss, and I feel that's a bit iffy. I feel like if you're going to give a decisive end to the characters that Yang has fought, you should do the same for a Ruby character to kind of make it even. But that's how I feel. I'm not going to accuse them of just essentially building up their boy, essentially, their sponsorship. It just kind of felt that way because ultimately of how disappointing the ending is. And I also don't like the usage of game mechanics. I ultimately agree that it should have just been what it actually shows in the series as a whole. I'm also not keen on the usage of Q, but I understand that Q is in its own weird, is it canon, is it not canon kind of thing. So I don't understand the usage. It's just a case where I don't agree with it. I would put it in pretty damn good. And yes, buddy. What do you want to say?
From what I understand, the Persona Q games are either supposed to, depending on which one you play. From what I hear, they're either supposed to take place in between games, or they're supposed to be some sort of time travel shit going on. I don't know exactly which one is which.
The Q games are
remember
weird.
right. If I remember right, for Q, for the Persona 3 cast, it's when they all go to bed at one point.
Yeah. Bedtime for the.
So I guess that's fair. That gives it its own little bit of canonicity. The point is, let's put it. I don't want to put it very high just because of the disappointing death, but I guess let's put it. Let's put it below Scorpion versus Ryu, because at least that one had a lot more spectacle.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that one had a little more oomph.
I'm surprised you're saying that low, but all right.
Well, I have to be
Sheamus, are you
fair.
ready?
I did give Kirby and Boo shit.
Yeah. You ready, Sheamus? All right, I'm gonna start 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
It's interesting that we're getting a lot of different perspectives because I have been a Persona fan for almost. Actually, this year will mark me as a decade of being a Persona fan. Actually.
Oh, cool.
Old.
So yeah, I started with Persona 4, and I worked backwards.
I
played
started
Fez.
3.
So I played Fez.
I never played one.
You should. Anyways, but my
you say that, I know you say that, but I own 5, 4, and 3. I have yet to play any of them.
Play them.
I know.
Which 3?
I'm a dumb the PSP version.
Yeah, because that's the only version that's available on Steam and whatnot. Continue.
That version sucks. Well, continue, Sheamus.
Yeah, but it does. It's aged terribly. But my point is, this was very well done. I mean, it was in one location, and they worked with the best that they had. And I appreciate the extra effort that they put in to make it 3D, despite the fact that they even showed it that they have the sprites from Arc System Works for both Weiss and Kirijo as well, Mitsuru. Yet they chose to kind of go this extra route, probably because they liked the whole dynamism of the larger kind of camera work they could do, and they used it pretty well. There were a few issues with it. First of all, the ending felt really lame, despite the fact it was a complete reference to Mitsuru's finisher move in Arena that all the characters had. Then there was also the fact that they incorporated, as I mentioned before, the mechanic of the Persona break from the Arena games, which was never established beforehand because it was just meant to be put in the game as a means to balance the game because Personas were extremely powerful, and then they just put
That's
it
like
in.
putting
But
stand break in
25
Virtua
seconds.
Fight.
it was never mentioned in any of the games that Personas could be damaged themselves.
20
in
seconds.
that sense. God, I had that 20 seconds did not pass. Anyways, my point being there is that unless I'm in a Dio time loop where 20 seconds just passed, I think it's pretty darn good. I would probably put it actually below Ratchet
I'm
and
back.
Clank versus Jack and Daxter.
Wow. I feel like I've been the most positive on it.
It's
Um,
mixed, I guess.
yeah. All right.
We all agree it's
oh, wait,
good.
but
It's just different degrees of good.
just to make sure, Gizmo, where'd you say you want to put it?
I agreed with it being on the bottom of Scorpion versus Ryu. Because I agree that that one had a little more oomph and spectacle
Right.
compared to this one.
All right, Jedi, it is your turn in 3, 2, 1, go.
I would have to say, after rewatching this fight for the first time since it came out, it holds up remarkably well, especially compared to the other two Ruby fights that we'll get to down the line. I do not like that they used game mechanics as well. I feel like they really need to stop doing that, and they have, but back then it was kind of unnecessary. I'm not a Persona fan, so I can't really say if it got me interested in it, but I was going into this just for Weiss. The animation is pretty good for what it is. Again, the model for Weiss is a lot more expressive here than the whole freaking show back then. And I do love
Oh, ain't that the fucking truth?
Especially that moment where Weiss realizes she is fucked and it's obviously become a meme, but she still charges anyway.
Yeah, badass
there were a bit of there were some out of character moments, but still. But yeah, no, everything up until that point was good except for that death. I don't know what I get what the intention was, but it did need a little more oomph. It needed to be more impactful and more flashy. So because of that, I would pretty much feel comfortable putting it in. It's pretty darn good, right below. Right above Mario vs. Sonic 100.
That's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That's where the votes align, and that's where it ends. So, spin the wheel.
Are you guys really bothered that we use
turn.
game
Show
mechanics
us the lesson. We should
as part of the analysis, though?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
No!
because the...
No!
Oh, no.
They did Luigi dirty.
On the year of Luigi, no less.
Oh, this episode hurts. This has gotta be hard
physically or mentally.
Their logic on this doesn't make any fucking sense. But
and
we'll
this
get
was
to that.
season 2, mind you.
This is the
longest season of battle.
No, not the longest.
Longest, not longest.
And this episode's only like 13 minutes long.
It's short, yeah. You're right. This is during the time when they thought Sonic beat Mario. He didn't.
Sonic still beats Mario.
No, he does not. We had this discussion.
Sonic has better video games than Mario does.
Okay,
that is just factually wrong. I know you're the creator of this group. I feel like we should ban you for that.
Look, Mario RPG is better than the Sonic RPG, but Mario loses a lot of credit because Mario also had that Paper Mario's Paper Jam thing.
Oh, Paper Jam. Yeah, that was a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like Paper Jam.
And
Paper
Paper
Jam was
Mario
at least-
Color
Here's
Splash.
the thing, Alex. Paper Jam is
Although,
better than the
one-
modern day Paper Mario games.
Yes.
One thing
Bro,
Luigi
for
will
any
always
day.
beat Tails at is that Luigi got his own awesome spin-off series.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you know, Tails never got his own Ghostbusters franchise. So.
I mean, he did.
Yeah, he's never really got his
Sega
own
are
series.
assholes.
He did get a Metroidvania kind of game,
He
and
had,
then never.
he had
again.
Tails Sky
Yeah.
Patrol.
Yeah, Tails
That was
I'm
also
older than Luigi. And I'm taller than Luigi. What the fuck?
Can we have a Star Fox inspired game starring Tails? That would be awesome.
Yes.
He
Please.
can already fly. I mean,
Tails Fox. Yeah, but Tails also has the
Oh
tornado.
god. Oh god, if Fran were here, or he would want to voice manic depressed Luigi in this battle.
Isn't that just Charlie Day?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Literally
I
just
just realized
Charlie
I'm
Day.
in
love
a mute.
that he
I
calls
just
us
realized I'm
Mayor
in a mute the whole time, so none of my clips actually.
God, I
Oh,
love the way the Mario and Luigi games look. They have
Yeah, by
such
the way,
great
Alex-
sprites.
By the way, Alex,
Green
it turns
Team
out
had-
in,
No!
anyway,
Shoryuken!
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that
that's where
move.
it's at.
Anyway, Alex, in the Mario and Luigi games actually share the same composer as the Kingdom Hearts series.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Really?
Oh god,
Yeah,
oh god,
you
guys.
never
No,
know when
no,
Luigi
no,
could be there.
no,
I hope they brought the latest. Why are they using the Game Boy Advance
Yoko
version?
Shimomura, like composes both. Yeah, she does.
Well, that's because
Guys,
the,
can we have a moment of silence for Dream Team? I mean, for Alpha Dream.
yeah.
Rip.
Oh, let's have a 10 bell.
Mario!
Every Mario RPG.
Something's happening.
Useless to use.
Ugh. I feel
I-
like a completely different
You need to
person
quit
now.
smoking, Ben.
Mamma mia!
I feel like a completely different person now.
That's Mamma mia.
Once again, using Smash Bros. Mechanics is not a
Yeah,
great
that's
reference.
No.
That's
I
not
think
great.
That was a little more fair, though. It absolutely
No,
was
that's still bullshit.
Scratch that. He's afraid of all ghosts.
Yes, this is accurate. He is a coward to an
Yeah,
extent.
Yeah.
To be fair, to correction, he's a coward, but if it comes to his brother, he will overcome that fear.
There's a
He's
reason
hit
why
his
he's
brother
not
like
three
twice.
mentions.
Yeah,
Free
Luigi.
time.
The thing is, I think Luigi might actually technically be the bravest character in the Mario franchise, is because
facts.
he will be terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought, and he will still put up his fucking dukes to take on literally
Yeah.
anything.
I agree with you, Alex. Also, you just destroyed that Goomba. What the fuck is that face?
Oh my god.
This is the Mario stage show.
What's Mama Luigi?
This was a nightmare.
I'm back to normal, guys.
Luigi
It's over.
takes on fucking dementia and is the key to potentially
Wait,
destroying
one Mario
the
Party by
entire
doing
universe.
absolutely
Why were we
nothing.
using-
We did the joke.
How is that a feat?
Okay,
It is a joke because he wins by doing nothing.
okay, but why were they
Bender.
using?
Bender.
Yeah, that's why the most recent
Because
Luigi game was
the only
Luigi's
reason-
Mansion 2. Yeah,
the only
that's
reason
right.
it's a feat is because it's a meme. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Tails! That's
It is technically a
Tails!
feat though because it's impressive to win by doing nothing. Oh, they're using the Archie stuff. It's Archie Tails versus
No,
not
Tails.
Archie,
You're
Archie, dude. Like,
concentrating
that's
on the
not
Archieverse.
Per hour. Great to
Somebody
will
be waiting for me, so I
Rolling
have
around
got
at
to
the
fly
speed of
higher.
sound.
I didn't like Screw Attack doing this back then. It was really stupid of them using Archie Tails. Really dumb.
For me.
Yeah.
Alex!
This is before they had to
I think,
separate
Ben.
I think what they're doing here, instead of it just being Archie Tails, they're doing what they
They're
old
using-
Death- they're doing what
They're
old
like
Death
the
Battle did.
composite.
They're using an
Yeah,
they're
it's
using
composite.
they're using like
Yeah.
an amalgamation of all the versions of
Well, like I said, this is
Yeah.
way before they had to separate the comics from the games, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was before Knuckles versus Donkey Kong
They're
when they
just
decided to
using
stop doing that.
they're using Archie as backstory. They're not actually using it as
No,
the
they use his speech
source of-
too. They use some of the Archie speech as well.
Which would question why don't you use the
That's
Fleet
what
comics?
And
Costa-
Sonic the
Sonic
Hedgehog the movie.
Hedgehog would come up with that.
Yeah, and Sonic the Hedgehog the movie.
Yeah, but apparently
Seriously.
English comics from the UK don't count in Death Battle. Shame on you, honestly.
By the way, guys,
Well, that's because those operate on like an entirely different rule set, whereas Sonic the Hedgehog, the Archie comics only operate on a mostly different rule set.
But if they're using an amalgamation, you have to work off every source material.
No. I understand that. I'm saying that it's absurd, but it is still absurd.
Keep in mind, I'm someone who grew up with all those Sonic comics, so some of my biases are coming through as a UK citizen.
Oh, yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Anyways, I
You're
was saying,
biased, sir.
So-
Biased.
You're biased too. For Archie
Yes, I
comics.
am. What about it? At least I'm honest about it.
The Archie
You
comics.
were
are
Super
bad.
Sonic, and you
I've
can't
never
do
Oh,
that.
hi, it's Game Gear
Get
Games.
out of this house. You are banished.
Game Gear Games again.
Ben, if I'm not going to be able to get a thought out because you keep screaming, and I
And we're
may have
both
to mute
screaming.
you.
What do you mean? You're throwing me under the bus, but not Seamus.
Kevin, go. Talk.
Anyway, so there was an interesting bit in the tie-in comic for the Sonic 2 movie where Tails was actually actively searching for Sonic.
Yeah.
And he ends up coming across the house that he and Longclaw used to live in. And he found the memorial dedicated to her, and I'm just like, oh, that's sad.
That's very depressing.
Yes, so it wasn't like Tails just happened to find Sonic on the first try. No, he actively searched for him throughout the universe.
Such a good healing ability in Sonic Battle.
Thunder Ghost gets dizzy easily.
But falling down is inevitable.
In the movie.
Hey, have we seen Sonic the Hedgehog by Roland Nolan?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we watched.
See that.
I think we watched that over on CFA.
Yes, we did, and it was hilarious. Especially
Man,
what
they
Nolan
use
does
like
with
they
Tails'
use
voice.
Sonic fucking riders.
Oh my god. It's Buff Tails. It's cursed. Make it go away.
I hate it.
Oh, that's right. The most recent Sonic game at the time of this release was Sonic Lost World.
That's not possible.
Oh, and this was the last
possible.
second to last time Kate Higgins voiced Tails.
Yeah.
The last time, really?
Yeah, and then Colleen the last time.
Not
She got,
Lincoln
like,
Beard,
great
it's Colleen
Colleen, yeah.
O'Shaughnessy.
Sonic, you already know
Yeah,
his
sorry.
life story. The two of you have known each other for 25 years.
All right.
All right, let's watch. Okay, let's watch the fight.
It's time for a death battle.
It's a common storytelling
Luigi's gonna
technique for someone to doubt out
Oh,
another.
I like that.
But then
they
Tails
toyed with
did-
that.
But
This
Tails,
is
Sonic
interesting
OVA,
because
it's
they
Sonic OVA
experiment
music.
with
Oh my God,
3D
it's Sonic OVA
background.
music.
Yeah, Sonic
Yeah.
should know better than to doubt Tails.
Yeah,
Alex, that's the joke.
I like how
It's
like
not
that comes with
funny.
the battle.
It's
that
not
battle
funny,
back in
yeah.
the old days was.
I do like that.
Wow.
Standing on. So therefore, they just
Rude.
heal each
Whip.
other.
Ooh,
Dizzy.
oh god, it's lost.
I'm actually getting motion sickness from that animation.
Yeah, that was
Holy
not
shit.
good. Ooh,
The camera
What a
is
wild
all
ride.
over the fucking place.
Why
Yeah, I
is
do
there
like
just
how
a
they're
field of pipes?
that's where the
Because
fight.
it's Mario.
Yeah, but where
Actually,
is
that's
this?
that's a
It's in the
reference.
pipe
That's a
field.
reference to That's a reference to Super Mario Bros. Z, I
Oh
believe.
god.
Oh, yeah,
Mark
yeah, yeah.
Haynes actually regrets
I do like
that
the
episode.
ambitiousness this fight has.
It's good.
I don't think that's gonna
Oh,
work,
the invisible-
Luigi.
Oh yeah. 'cause
Wait,
you can turn invisible.
Wait, but
Not
Tails, you're
invisible,
holding
but
him.
transparent.
Tails, you're holding him. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that is a bit weird, isn't it?
He's like, where'd he go? He says,
'Cause
grabbing
Tails
onto
is
his
a
ass.
very high IQ, right?
Yes, he has an exceptionally high IQ to the point where he's on par with Eggman.
But you gotta
Yes.
remember, he's 11 to 12.
He's just
Even
dropping
Eggman hates
bombs.
his music.
Oh, Tails is a terrorist.
I mean, this wasn't
Allahu Akbar!
I do like this. I do like what he
Yeah,
does
but
here.
you
Yeah,
shut
this
up
is
your
funny.
bombs. You two-tailed bastard. Oh.
Shut up!
Come
And
on,
it just
get rid of a bomb.
You have to remember, Luigi has insane durability.
Yep. Down the pipe I go.
Let's go.
Perfect 10.
Oh!
Shoryuken!
Oh.
That's awesome.
Oh, I feel bad for Tails. He's not really been fighting him. He's just been sitting there, like that.
Oh, nice.
There he goes.
Let me not bring him to the
fighting
fight
game mechanics. It's a fighting game mechanic.
Let me not bring him to the fight.
Get out of
Luigi
here.
is essentially trying to kill a child.
Get that shit out of here.
Look,
Fuck
Luigi.
the child. Kill it.
Luigi got his Smash Bros.
Tails,
shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
He's got a grenade.
Of course, Tails uses a fucking grenade.
Flash grenade.
Oh, the shield buff from Sonic Battle, yeah.
What?
Why does he have a Smash Ball? Where'd you get that from?
This is ridiculous.
Luigi, where'd you get that from?
Stupid.
He
Oh,
pulled it out
shit.
of his ass.
Oh, it's
Literally, he
gonna
did.
get
Literally.
Wow.
bad. Eh? Tails, you're on fire.
Lame.
Oh.
Lame.
Oh,
That is
What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
That is brutal.
That was bullshit.
Every time I hear this song, all I can think is,
deserve that.
you might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, IQ of 300. I don't
How are you
fucking
still
care.
alive?
How does the IQ factor?
That's bullshit! That's
No,
bullshit!
no,
That's
fuck you.
bullshit! No, fuck you!
No.
Death Battle, that's not.
It's
no.
irrelevant. His
That's
IQ was
bullshit.
fucking irrelevant.
No! That's
No,
awful! No!
no.
Fuck you,
This
Death
ending
Battle.
was terrible. This
Fuck
ending
God.
was
Why did
bullshit.
you actually
I
like
was
that
on
ending?
board with this death
Bullshit.
battle until then. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this at the top of. No, I'm gonna put this at the top of could have been worse now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
putting this at the top of could have been worse, right above Beast versus Goliath. And you know why? Because this is a
nowhere near that bad.
no.
No, it's
This
that bad.
ending is bullshit. I
Yep,
don't
yeah.
disagree with Tails beating Luigi, but I also heavily do not like it when they truncate fucking battles at the end like this. Dear
Yeah,
God,
no.
who
Even when it was early
wrote
death battle.
this? No. It was great right up until the ending. And then the ending happened. And they just kind of stop. Why did you just stop? Why didn't you come up with something a little bit better than that? Because you could have written anything. And I would have probably liked it better than this. But you didn't. You came up with a literal ass pull. Just a giant robot arm impales Luigi through the chest. Nothing clever, or just boom, dead. The equivalent, the death battle equivalent of rocks fall, everyone dies. Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Tails, boxing glove.
You would say
Weiss,
this is
and-
a Super Shredder death.
Super Shredder's death was. I mean, the Super Shredder in that fight was so much better than this. Come on.
Yeah.
Because it actually
even
felt
comparable.
necessary.
Not his kill.
Oh, Gizmo, speaking of Super Shredder, look at
His
broadcast
death, not his
chat.
kill.
Look
Hang on.
at that.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, that's epic.
Kevin, where would you?
Dude,
Kevin, you
that
said
was
you agree with
awesome.
Alex, right? You said you agree
Yeah.
with Alex, right? Do you
Yeah.
mind if I go? I'll go.
Sure, go
I'll
ahead.
start my timer. Yeah. I have a lot of issues with this episode. The analysis was kind of shit. It didn't do that good of a job showcasing what they could do. It used a lot of non-canon material. I mean, this is the time when they were using Archie stuff, but this feels more egregious here. I mean, and then the fight itself, I do like it for the most part. It's ambitious. It had like a 2D background, which is also a reference to Mario Bros. Z. It was mostly great until near the end, where the death is bullshit. No, that's just, as Alex said, that's no. And then you get the result that's complete horseshit. Like, oh, Luigi has a tough time lifting a turnip. Bitch, Mario can pick up a fucking castle and kick it with his foot. What do you mean you're going with that? What do you mean? No, that's bullshit. No, you can't do that. That pisses me off so goddamn much. And like, if you here's the thing, like in terms of who wins, if you're doing no power-ups or anything like that, maybe Tails wins, but that's a really big maybe if you look at the Mario scaling more. But I really do not. That result really does kill it for me. I will say this: it could have been worse.
But it could have been a whole lot better.
It could have been worse under Deku. I'm gonna put it under Deku there.
Oof.
That's where I would put it. I just that ending pisses me off. It's one of the only death battles that make me fucking fuming. I will give it credit. The animation aged better than I remembered. I do like its ambition, but the ending and its result fucking kills it. But not enough to put in pretty bad. Just enough to get in could have been worse. Because it could have been worse, for sure. It could have been more nauseous, for example. There was one scene where it was pretty nauseous, but that was it. So, I feel like that's fair. My timer's up. Gizmo, 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel you should be like. Okay, I think we're being a bit too harsh on it just because of that one.
No,
because of that,
no.
Lulls. Stop the cap.
No.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
We're
I'm
being
resetting it.
too harsh on it because of the ending, and yeah, it was a very odd. But you have to also understand that Mario and Sonic aren't exactly the epitome of canon material. Sonic and Mario don't really have one straight line when it comes to storyline. They're everywhere. They'd be battling gods. Next thing you know it, they're battling robots. Next thing you know it, they're battling walking cupcakes for all we know. And they always have trouble with them no matter what power scale is involved. Let's be fair here.
That's fair.
Oh, the turn up, the 10-ton thing is like okay, but again,
no,
exactly, I get why that's not exactly the greatest thing to mention, considering everything. But again, they don't really exactly have a canon. If it was something like, I don't know, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, then okay, they have at least a straight line. Well, maybe not a straight line if you're talking Street Fighter, considering they like to stay in the fucking past until 6 came around. But you know what I mean. They bring up past things. They bring up what's happened. They bring up deaths. They bring up resurrections. They tell you what's canon, yada yada yada. Mario and Sonic, on the other hand, they're everywhere. You don't know what's canon. You don't know what's not. Like, even if they didn't bring up the fighting game mechanics, I think the results would have been the same anyway. Let's be fair. Let's be fair on there as well. So, as much as I don't like the ending either, I think we're being too harsh on it. You have to remember they did really well in the animation, and they did really well because of the lack of sprites they had. Like they used a sprite from Sonic Battle, which is fine.
8 seconds.
But they also did a very good and creative job using a Luigi sprite from an RPG. Like, this wasn't a custom made sprite they did with Luigi. So because of all that,
time.
That's why I said because of all that I will put it at the bottom, at the very bottom of it was fine. I'm gonna be fair. Fair.
I thought you were gonna put it higher, honestly.
No, because look, let's.
No. We need to continue.
Well, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair at this because I agree with you guys that it's a little hokey that they're using fighting game mechanics, but at the same time, again, Mario and Sonic aren't exactly on a straight line when it comes to canon anything.
Wait. Are we not sure that it's just death mechanics now?
Yeah, I'm talking. Well, look. I'm saying it's because Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, you name any other fighting game that's not a crossover.
We need to move on, please.
They have one story that they follow.
I know.
We can all follow it. This, on the other hand, are platforming superstars that have so many games and so many genres with so many stories and no stories that it's kind of hard
it's like the comic book thing where eventually you just get a fucking pile up of garbage.
Let's move on.
I know. We need to move on. We need to move on, guys, and move on.
Yep, we're moving on.
Let's move on. All right, RGS, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, so I was just going to say that the ending is kind of dookie. I think the way they kind of fix it is because he already has the boxing glove. You shouldn't have had it start from fucking way over there. You should have just had Tails still have it, and then he just whooshes it, and then it would have just been better because we know that he still has it, and obviously it makes a better sound. Like, it should have been like a crunch and then the Mario fucking brick breaking because it goes for the pipe. But that's how I think you could probably fix it. I do agree that the result is iffy because this is at a time where Dream Team came out, and as we have talked about before on the actual Discord, the RPG games are actually canon to the Mario franchise, like the main Mario stuff. So the fight as a whole is okay. I do understand that it's early and they were playing around with camera and like 3D backgrounds, but I don't really like 3D background. I think you should have just stuck to 2D like they did later. The beats of the fight were okay. The ending, pacing wise, is pretty bad. I think you easily could have come up with a better ending. The fight as a whole is fine. I don't mind the usage of Smash, but it was because Brawl didn't really take a lot of inspiration for characters' moveset for some characters like Luigi.
Yeah, there was a little bit of
if it
like
used
a freeform.
the moveset from fuck you. If they used the moveset from Wii U or Ultimate, I think it would go down a bit better because those are stuff he still uses. I think it's okay. I'm gonna put it in. It was fine, but it's gonna be at the bottom if it was fine.
All right. Seamus, you still up?
Also, using Archie is stupid. I'm done.
Okay. So wait, what were you saying? Archie's fucking what?
Mixing in Archie.
Using Archie is stupid. No, I'm done.
Wait for the win.
Video game.
All right. Seamus, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait for the win, baby!
Okay, aside from that, like, humorous joke aside there, I'm going to be a bit of an outlier because there's been a lot of talk about up and down here there. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's mid. I'm going to actually say I greatly enjoyed this, but I'm not going to say it's perfect. I actually liked the death and light most of you guys here because it was sudden, it was quick, it was impactful, and it didn't really tick me off. Why? Because there was a lot of fighting in between there, and I don't mind that the analysis was kind of like there at that point. I don't mind Tails winning. I could totally see him doing that given his stats. And it was a fun fight. Yeah, there was that questionable part where Tails didn't realize he was still holding Luigi when he was invisible, but that was the only one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And
I did too. That was really weird.
Well, he wears gloves, so he probably thought that he faced.
He's still holding him.
Yeah, but cloth against cloth, you can't really feel cloth on cloth when you're wearing gloves.
But you would certainly feel the weight of holding another individual when you're flying.
Mm-hmm. True.
So, but yeah, it's not aged the best in terms of its visuals, but it's aged better than some, especially the ones that preceded it. And the music picks they did were fantastic. Let's be honest, the music they picked was really good, and some respect to the OVA is something I greatly appreciated. So for me, it's going to be pretty damn good. The mid are pretty damn good. Probably, I would put it above Felicia versus Talkaka.
All right. Jedi, you're up. Thank you for Seamus. In 3, 2, 1, go.
I have to be real. This is a lackluster episode in almost every category. While I agree with Gizmo on the point of canonicity, I do think it is still irrelevant to the conversation because the analysis just felt lackluster in many areas. They pretty much were just not... It felt like they were just moving along. There was really no attempt to have an overall story here. The animation... It is fine. It is slightly dated. I don't like the usage of camera angles and the early experimentation of 3D backgrounds. There were some funny moments. I will not lie. I laughed. But using game mechanics and other stuff that Luigi just wouldn't have, I don't agree with that. And the death is really, in my opinion, one of the worst of Season 2. Because it does come out of nowhere, there is no build-up, and what's worse is that Luigi just stands there like a chump and doesn't even get out of the way, or, punch, or do anything. The animation is indicative of the end analysis itself, in that Luigi is just not as strong as his brother, when that is bullshit. Luigi is just as strong as his brother, and I don't agree with them saying, "Oh, he struggles to lift a radish." Tails is struggling to lift 10 tons, and he's not even lifting the 10 tons. He's dragging the 10 tons.
Exactly. You're
So
right.
there's a huge fucking difference between me dragging my car and lifting my car.
By the way, Bender,
love
don't
that.
forget, Luigi in later Smash Brothers games is higher tier than Mario.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So again,
Yeah, that's bizarre.
This episode overall, I would just say it's mediocre. And if I had to place it somewhere, I would say it could have been worse. It really the end, death, and the analysis just let it down for me, and it sucks because I like Luigi, and I feel like this whole episode just did a giant disservice to him.
They rolled down their panties and took a massive dump.
Well, to be fair, on the episode length, it was saying how it felt rushed. I think this was around the time when they were doing it weekly, so they were probably in a rush.
And you can tell because that end analysis is shit in how they go about explaining it. They even bring up his IQ again.
Okay, we need to move on, but before we do, I need to get a vote tally on it could have been worse. So I put it under Beast. Alex, Kevin, and Jedi. Where did you put it?
I would put it under Beast versus Goliath.
Same here.
It is not that bad. Come on, the Beast versus Goliath was boring as hell.
It was, but I feel like it had a better death, but that's just me. But yeah, we need to move on. It's been. What do we gotta get? What do we gotta get? What do we gotta get?
Please be a good one.
Please give me.
Come on, spin again.
Nah,
no! God damn it! The worst episode
I have never watched this episode.
Oh, this is the worst of season 9. I mean, it's still all right, but still.
Yeah,
let's just say this had a lot of potential of being amazing.
That's a bit of a jump.
Yeah, we go from season 2 to season 9.
I apologize for the weird clicking noise. I was just imitating the Predator.
I thought that was the Predator. Wait, are you? Hey, Kevin, are we sure you're not a Predator? No, wait, I'm phrasing. I didn't mean it like that.
Look.
All right, I need to go to
we
the
need
bathroom.
next time we get you on face cam, we need to make sure we need to examine the edges of Kevin's neck so that we can make sure that a Predator hasn't made a Mission Impossible face mask.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
You know what he meant by that.
Did you know
you remember how Slade managed to put his mask underneath another mask?
Yes.
Their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
So did you know that Optimus Prime is the one who voiced and came up with the Predator sound?
Yes, I did. And then in Predator 2, it was Frank Welker.
That's cool.
Peter Cullen.
No, Predator 2.
Yeah, he's talking about Predator 2, the one where they're in the city.
Yeah,
Predator 1 was Peter Cullen. Predator 2 was Frank Welker.
That's cool.
This is the third time Boba Fett has been in Death Battle.
Yeah,
and 2 of them were the Samus Aran fight.
Both
this is his third time in here.
Is this the third time he's taken an L as well, or?
Depends, yeah.
Boba swore vengeance on the Jedi and devoted his life to becoming as deadly an
I will kill Samuel Jackson, motherfucker.
A simple man making his way through the galaxy like his father before him.
Just a simple man making my way through.
Fuck your Disney canon.
I am an asshole like my father before me.
Oh god.
I'm now a crime lord.
Boba Fett has fallen into the Sarlacc pit 3 times. How do you fail that badly at life?
You just do.
I don't know.
Its armor is made out of Beskar.
Also known as Mandalorian iron, Beskar is one of the strongest materials in the galaxy. Tough enough to resist thermal detonation.
What do you mean one of? It is the strongest.
Yep, there's.
I'm back.
Well,
what
Alex, there exists a metal that can resist a lightsaber or swing.
Oh yeah, this is the time when the Book of Boba Fett came out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, but Beskar already did that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That show
Beskar
could have been
already
good,
did
but
that.
then it became the Mandalorian 2.5.
I know. Don't you didn't you love the Boba Fett miniseries?
What Boba Fett did he do?
Boba Fett.
But it says a lot. It says.
Wait, why are you bringing that in?
It says a lot.
That's great.
Boba
It says
Fett.
a lot that the best moments of the
They
Boba
compared
Fett
the
like
meat rockets to the
series
button
was
machine
when they
guns.
went to like go into Mando's perspective and
Boba
Yeah.
right. Well,
Let's
that was the
face
best
it.
part.
Boba
The
Fett, the TV
Mandalorian-
show featuring.
To me, I will
Featuring
be
Din Djarin.
fair. I will be fair on Book of
For
Boba
2
Fett. It had
episodes.
some decent moments, but it was very much a mixed
Boba Fett
bag.
gets taken down by a blind Harrison Ford.
How exactly
Yeah.
did he? How exactly did he lose the armor that he came out of the Sarlacc pit with?
So
I think
basically,
it-
Jara stripped him of his armor, and they
Yeah.
sold it off.
Yeah.
That's
And he went to-
fucking
and
retarded.
then
This is
someone bought
Boba
it.
Fett
It was
we're
explained in
talking
the
about.
Mandalorian season 2, wasn't it, or season 1?
It was no, it was explained in it was explained in the Mandalorian, but it was shown to us in Book of Boba Fett.
Okay,
Oh,
quite
right,
frankly,
'cause, yeah,
I don't
'cause
give a
it was,
shit.
You know, it was
The
tying
fact
into
that Boba
right,
Fett,
yeah.
the fact that
If
Boba
you,
Fett
here's some
got
fun
stripped of
drama.
his armor
Dave
like that is-
Filoni
Filoni.
did walk out the
Filoni.
show at one point because of Kathleen Kennedy's involvement. And
Oh,
when they
nice.
begged him to come back, to help rework the show, he said if he saw Kathleen Kennedy anywhere near the set, he would quit.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna say this is Filoni, and I'm gonna ask: is Boba Fett armor full Beskar, or is it just like Beskar but with armor?
One more time, RGS. I didn't catch that.
First off, you said Filoni weird. It's Dave Filoni. And
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Second off, is Boba's armor full Beskar, or is it one of those times where
It's
they have
half
to use
It's
Beskar
Beskar plates
involved
on top of like some kind of weave shit.
Yeah.
But
Right,
that's
okay.
expanded. But that's Disney canon.
Survive
that
the
was-
budding in the
okay,
holiday
no,
special.
That's not just
Oh,
Disney
God.
canon. That's Mandalorian armor in general.
No, it's so weird.
Mandalorian
Yeah.
armor in general
Forgot
is
that he
made up of
debuted in the
Mandalorian
holiday
iron.
special.
Mandalorian iron.
I'm surprised you guys went into a tangent and for a while that you didn't even notice I was gone.
I noticed. I thought
I
just
saw it,
glitched
but
out
it
for
just
a second.
briefly
My
happened.
computer
There,
decided,
go in again.
Discord decided to be fucky and disconnect me.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
dumb. I'm
nice.
sorry about that. Oh yeah, that was an awesome part of the Legends stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
the
was. I
Legends
love
stuff
James
that
Solo.
should have been canon, but they decided let's not make it canon.
Yeah, Disney. Yeah, they just pointed that out.
Jabba's thrown like an absolute pimp. Or like a
A
panther.
bantha.
God dang it!
Oh, Cad Bane.
I like the
Yeah,
idea.
Dude, he looks awesome.
I really
Why
like the
did he
idea.
die there?
It was dumb.
I don't know.
Because he just did.
I really like
Cad
the
Bane
idea.
was one of the good parts of the 2008 Clone Wars show.
I
They should have
really like
extended
the
that by a
idea.
Back to
season
kill him
at
off.
least.
I really like
All right.
the idea
Well, I
of
want-
Boba Fett
let me go on a
taking
tangent.
over-
This is a bit weird what they do. So they use like the base predator. So like anything like there's no super predator, there's no female alpha predator. It's just the main bitch predator that they use.
Are they
And-
doing? So are they doing Predator 1 and 2 or just Predator 1?
Yeah, it's an amalgamation of the main predators. So like no alpha or female, whatever.
Okay, Predator 1 and
And
2 are the
normal
good ones, so
Predator.
I'd say that. Predators
Yeah.
was okay, but
They're
you know.
using a base. They're using a base predator, but they're giving
Guys,
it
too many
in-
people. Hang on, guys, too many people talking.
Jeez,
RGS,
I
what
haven't
were you
even said
saying?
anything, and yet people are going mental here.
RGS, what were you saying?
Right, so you're saying that they're using the Jungle Hunter and the City Hunter and putting it into one thread.
They're using
Essentially, like the main base hunter. Yeah, predator.
Okay.
Yeah, predator.
When you mean the main
Face it, I'm
Yeah,
just like,
just-
you are one
Just to
ugly
clarify for
motherfucker.
everybody, where they're using like OG normal predator before there was ever any other predators that were created or revealed. So no alpha, no beta, no special edition.
They're not
no
pulling out any,
no
they're
predators,
No
nothing
platinum.
like
What's
that.
it called?
No clone predators, no super predators, nothing like that. Just
I'm
OG.
Just basic ass
No.
just
normal
a
ass,
normal predator.
plain normal
No.
fucking predator.
No
Yeah, but
Predator
which
from
one?
Alien
Jungle
versus
Hunter
Out.
and then there's City
You know what? Never mind. They're using Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, they're using every predator, but
No,
they're
every,
giving him
every
100
iteration of the normal predator.
Yeah, just
regular.
every
Hunter.
normal
Isn't
predator,
the
not
same
the
as
special
bloody-
ones.
And a reminder, the Predator was a playable character in Mortal Kombat at 10 and going up against the likes of the Alien.
Yeah.
Also, the community has named this specific predator that they're using John Yacha.
That's amazing. I like that. Is that a
I don't
reference to
really-
anything?
No, the community just came up with that. They were like, we're gonna call him
That's
John
cute.
Yestra.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Personally, I don't like the fact that they just basically use their own cred. Like, you understand that it's because all the hunters are different.
You know who used to be cool before he got character derailment in Star Wars?
What?
General Grievous.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Asajj Ventress.
He used to be cool, but then Clone Wars decided, no, we're gonna eliminate the cool factor.
Same with the Asajj
I
Ventress.
still liked him in Clone Wars, but yeah, the animated
the voice is
Samurai
the
Jack
only-
series did him a lot better.
The voice is the only thing that at the Clone Wars 2008 series had going for Grievous.
My favorite Grievous episode was when the Jedi were stuck in his house. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I wish
favorite
he had-
Jedi.
I wish he had used his skill. If he were anywhere near as skilled as he was in the Genndy Tartakovsky show, he would have effortlessly destroyed Nadaj.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes, no.
For
I mean,
sure.
Kit Fisto beating him, I could believe that.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
Because Kit Fisto is actually a really skilled Jedi Master.
He was actually fast enough to be able to keep up with Palpatine and Mace Windu, but when he sensed Anakin, it distracted him, and that's what got him killed.
It's an explanation in the novel. Also, because the live action movies didn't bother or being able to convey speed. Because the last time they did that, it looked so bad.
Yeah.
Yes. You see Palpatine doing flips and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's treason.
Oh, there goes the city. There goes the city. There goes Hawaii. Oh, there goes Hawaii. Oh, there goes Hawaii. The island is hot. There goes Hawaii.
Well,
Oh, there
Xehanort's
goes
his most
Hawaii.
popular character request.
His real name is Sheev Palpatine.
And just
for
across the
clarify,
street, Dr. Cox is getting thrown out of a building in Highlander 2.
Let's watch one of the weaker season 9 episodes. Let's go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's see.
After this, they should do Batman vs. Predator.
Fett be like, okay, why?
They
am I
model
here?
from Semnis versus Boba Fett 2.
Samus
I think that's
Boba Fett, not
Yes.
Xemnas.
That's
I was
right.
gonna say, what the fuck?
I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
Oh my God, John Yatcha's in here with us.
It's like Battlefront 2 all over again.
Alex,
The clicks are coming from inside the jungle.
Alex, do you really think I actually do a good Predator clicking noise?
Yes.
Game over, man. Game over. Oh wait a minute, wrong one.
That's
I like that. I like
Same
that
universe.
shot.
Yeah, that's
Because he
like
has
literally the wrong one,
360
bro.
vision in his helmet. That's clever.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's cool. The cool pistol.
It's over, John. I have the high ground. Oh fuck! My weakness.
Oh, my one weakness.
This isn't bad, honestly, right now.
Oh yeah, the beginning is really good. Oh, I do like that. That's a good shot. Ooh.
Ooh.
Knee rocket.
How do we all feel about the Predator being in Mortal Kombat?
Awesome.
Good.
I don't mind
It's awesome, yeah.
I don't mind
Really
it.
cool, yeah.
It was appropriate.
Ooh. Ooh.
And did you think it was even more awesome when we could recreate Alien versus Predator in that
Yeah.
game?
Yes.
I like how the
Absolutely.
alien burst chest one of the MK characters, which is why they aren't in that game. Which one was it? It was the one with the claws that or the
Freddy
things that
Krueger.
come out of his arm.
Freddy
Baraka,
Yeah,
yeah,
Freddy
Baraka.
Krueger.
Oh.
Oh. It really is a Star Wars episode.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say Bleach for a second because of the arm mutilation.
yeah.
Oh.
Bleach gives George Lucas a run for his money for how many severed limbs there are.
Yeah.
How did you get up there?
Jetpack.
Nice. Oh my
Pretty
god, what is
technical.
that bomb? What was that? That was a nuke!
Dude,
Yeah,
what
that's
Ooh,
from
laser
a
sight.
detonator.
Oh, he's got a
Okay,
lightsaber.
This scene is cool.
He cauterizes the wound. Oh my god.
Yes, that's so badass. Wait.
He said the thing! He said the thing!
God.
Ah!
What a bad word.
They don't curse in Star Wars.
He
They
should have
hardly
said.
curse in Star Wars.
He should have said something like, "You are one ugly
this is
son
stupid.
of a bitch."
Oh, this is
I
stupid.
hate this. I'm blind. Where did he go?
Where did he go? He was right in front of me.
He doesn't have heat vision if he doesn't have the helmet. I mean,
The lightsaber would not show up on heat vision.
The fuck?
That's not how that works.
Okay, this scene, this death, I
Wait,
don't
so
like.
nuclear explosion. So
Okay,
neither
so they're both
survived.
dead, right?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
He's alive.
No,
Yeah,
he's
Boba
alive.
Fett.
Oh. How did you
Yeah,
survive
Boba
the
Fett.
nuclear explosion?
Boba Fett's armor saved his
What did
bacon.
he-
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's the
I'll
armor.
save
But
that
it's
for
not
my-
indestructible.
for my-
Listen to the result. Listen to the result.
One-man army, even as a one-armed man.
Despite the Predator's fearsome power
He
and
wasn't
Yeah,
me.
Boba
He
Fett's
was the one-armed
Boba Fett's
man.
gonna stick that Predator arm onto his stump, and he'll have a new one by the end of the day.
Yeah.
Did they even
Yeah.
do that in Star Wars?
Stronger of the two.
But while the Predator could dodge laser beams, Fett could match Force users with near light speed reactions, making them similar in speed.
However, the major difference was durability.
While the Predators are definitely tough, Fett's Beskar armor covers more of his body and would easily resist almost
No, it doesn't.
Well, it
Yeah,
it
barely.
covers enough of it.
Usually hot enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to Predators,
But
it
you know what
does.
else is made of plasma? Lightsabers, which bounce off Beskar. No
Yep.
problem.
Specialized tools
That's true.
like the plasma scythe, with its ability to bypass conventional matter, could manage to kill Fett with a few lucky hits. However, Fett's jetpack and long-range arsenal allowed him to fight safely from a distance.
And Fett's kit countered a lot of what Predator could do. His helmet's infrared could see past Pred's camouflage. His flamethrower messed with Pred's thermal vision, and nothing the Predator had could withstand a lightsaber strike.
Also, the Predator's EMP could not disable Fett's armor, considering Beskar has withstood bolts of electromagnetic energy before with.
Well, it's also not. It's not like Boba Fett
Yeah,
entirely relies upon electronics for his skills. Like, he is a
Right,
highly
that's
skilled
training.
warrior as well.
Way more
Yeah.
than Boba.
However, Fett was generally trickier. Predators fight with a code of honor. And
Yeah, he's
rarely,
not.
if ever,
He's not
before-
cybernetically augmented. At least he wasn't before this battle.
He still employs
Nope.
dirty tactics to win
Now,
fights, and was more
that would work against Darth
than
Vader,
the jam.
but
Of course,
you know,
none of
Darth
the
Vader could
Predators
also
had
probably kind of keep
No,
himself
listen,
going
hang on.
long
What do
enough.
they have to say on this?
At its epicenter, it would have been more than powerful enough to fry Fett. At
Yeah.
its epicenter. The further away you are from the center of a
But he
blast,
Right,
wasn't
he
the
was-
epicenter.
He was-
point blank.
Yeah, that
he
was a
was right
point blank
there.
hit, guys.
Look, he was right
Yeah,
there.
that was point blank.
I'll get to that
That's
for my
the
explanation.
epicenter. Dude, that is the
Yeah.
epicenter of a nuclear
what the fuck?
explosion. Don't give me that shit. You say it and yet you tell us.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Okay, so
they
this is an
did say-
editing
it said
error.
40 seconds. They just showed it
Okay, yeah.
happening sooner than it should.
Okay, yeah, this is an editing error on their part.
Yeah, that's an editing error. Or just about, it's not more editing, it's more that they showed it badly.
Fett was definitely prepared for
Because he would have been able to get away. They just didn't show
Yeah.
it properly.
Okay, those scenes of them showing him fighting Vader, Vader was playing with him. He wasn't even fighting him.
Yeah,
as
that's
Fett,
a-
so
Yeah, but Vader playing with you was still Vader fighting you to begin with.
yeah.
The winner
I
is
did.
Tim
Vader-
Mortensen.
Alright, let me get the thing up again. Alright, Alex, you go. Alex, go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I don't. Between, it's pretty good, I think. Question mark. Cause there's like, there's a lot to like about it. There's some jank, and ultimately, like the way they present that last little bit is just, it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna put this in pretty damn good, and I'm gonna put it above. I'm gonna put this above Miles and Static.
Above Miles and Static? Up
Yeah.
there? Really?
Yeah.
Alright,
Because there's
Kevin, where would
there's a
you
lot
put
of
it?
cool shit going on, but it's like that ending is bizarre.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little.
If it weren't for how poorly edited that ending was, I would put it in like a worthy death. But as it stands, it's just like it was fine.
Yeah.
Like right.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Right
Yeah.
around the top of it was fine.
So I have to say this. Just before we move on, you know how a lot of movies and TV shows have that issue where they have like the countdown timer that keeps resetting? This is like the opposite of that. This is where you have the countdown timer that all of a sudden goes to 0 when you've got like 40 seconds to go.
Right.
And they don't communicate that things have changed, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, Alex, did you say it was fine or did you say pretty damn good? Alex.
Pretty good.
Alex! Did you
Well,
say
I-
pretty damn good?
I think he did say it was pretty damn good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So before I talk about my review, I do want to show something. So there's one thing that they fucked up in the animation, and it's when he hits him with the lightsaber.
Yes.
I wanted to show this because it's very jarring, and after I saw this, I couldn't unsee it. Like that, literally cuts him in two. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that, and you still see the wound.
He didn't really show him
And-
actually cutting his arm off, though.
Yeah, they didn't show that in the fight, and that's really
No, they didn't.
disappointing to me.
That's-
All right, now let me start my timer. I exit my timer. I have to load it back up. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Give me a moment. Okay. There we go. 2 minutes. Let me.
No.
This thing's rebelling on me. It won't let me type 2. There we go. Okay, so it was fine. It wasn't the worst season 9 episode. No, it's second worst above Deku. But it's still weird. Like the predator they use, I do think the nickname is very cute. It is a weird predator that they use because it's kind of combination, but also not. Which I get it. I get why, but it's still a little weird. The animation, though, for its first and second half, it was a lot better than I remembered. But then you get to the fire stuff, and it starts going downhill pretty drastically. I would say enough to really affect the score for me. And the way they conveyed the 40-second thing was really bad. It's when they explain, it's like, oh, okay. But it made it really seem like that he was at the epicenter when he had enough time to get away. And they should have conveyed that a bit more clear. Like a few seconds of Boba Fett running away past the tree and then it exploding. That would have been good. They didn't do that. There's plenty of jank here. Not as bad as Deku versus Asta, but still enough to keep it down, in my opinion. I mean, I like it more than dislike, I guess. I just think it was fine. I don't have much to say outside of that. It's just fine. So if I had to put it anywhere, where is this episode? It's down here. So if I had to put it anywhere, it would probably be, I mean, above, like right here. Like I would put it right there, in my opinion. That's where I would put it. I don't have much to say. It was fine. Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I like it, but this is another one of those episodes where I like it, but I have to be fair on this because there's so much. There isn't so much wrong with it as there is. There's so much they did right, but wrongly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What I mean by this is because there's so much implication. There's so many implications here. Like they're supposed to imply that Boba Fett climbed up the tree, but you don't know that until he shows you. They're supposed to imply that Boba Fett's hiding in the flames, but it doesn't show that until the very end, and also as well as the ending where it implies that Boba Fett ran away from the Predator, or at least got far away enough from the Predator before the damn bomb blew up. That's why he survived. There's too many implications here where they rely on the audience to come up with their own implications so they can be like, oh, okay, so he did this, he did that. It once, okay, twice, okay, all right, I'll let it go. 3 times, you're trusting the audience a little too much there. Like this is Death Battle. This is a Murder She Wrote. It's like, And stuff like the Boba Fett's arm blades. Okay, that makes sense if you're going against Predator, but you could have used that staff. That he could have used that. I was gonna say Sandwalker.
Yeah,
15 seconds.
The sand people weapon of his. There's like too
Gaffy
much.
stick.
Yeah. The analysis was all together all right. I love the fact that they acknowledged the Disney canon by saying, we're not gonna follow that, which is a big fuck you that I love.
Yeah. You're out of
And
time, by the way. I'm sorry.
at the end of the day, I would have to put it in. Oh man, where would I put it? I would put it in pretty damn good. Not if it was if they didn't have as many implications in there as I said, maybe it would have been at least a worthy death. But the way it is, it's pretty damn good. But where I would at least put it above, and where above Shao Kahn versus Bison.
All right. RGS, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. First off, I did do a little like bit of research while everyone's talking. I am incorrect. The predators do the Yautja do naturally see infernal vision. I just felt that the pacing of that whole thing was iffy. I think there should have been just a brief scenes here and there to kind of help the audience kind of figure out, okay, that's what he's doing. Like occasionally have Boba kind of lurk within the fire as the predator looks around. I don't mind how it was going. It's just I kind of felt like if you're
One
going to
sec, I'll be
do
right
a
back.
hunter
You're
thing,
good.
you should have done a more hunter thing. You should have made it like a battle of wits rather than a full frontal battle. You could have had moments where they do briefly scuffle, but it should have primarily focused on what they were good at, which was hunting. While Boba has decent control of his environment, the Predator naturally is better of adapting to his environment. And I think they kind of neglect that a little bit, especially since they're using a conglomeration of the jungle hunter, the city hunter, and the fucking wolf from AVP, and basically they made their own pred using those guys who have adapted to ruins, to cities, to jungles. They just really messily handled trying to create the prime predator, I guess. Or is that what we're gonna call him for the sake of this?
No, we're calling him John Jedi. What was it?
John Yacha.
Yeah.
John Yatra. Okay, right. John Yatra. I guess it's fine. I would have maybe have just preferred them just to straight up say we're going to primarily use bases from the jungle hunter and the city hunter as they are the archetypical predator, the archetypical Yautja, even despite their different weapon styles. I guess I'm glad they didn't use any of the stuff
You're out of
from
time.
Predator game. I know it's because it's hard considering this is fucking Predator, a series which has a whole bunch of hunters. It's fine for what it is, but I don't particularly like it, and I think it's very messy. So I'm gonna put it in. It could have been worse, but I'm gonna give it the benefit of being above Deku versus Asta because it's better than that.
I agree. It is the second worst of season 9, but still has quality to it, like that episode does. Just there's stuff that keeps it down.
Yeah, it just feels like a bit of a missed potential because they don't go all in on the hunter thing. It just kind of feels
There is a good thing about this episode
man.
coming up.
We need to let Sheamus go. Sheamus, you ready?
Yes,
Y'all ready for this?
I'm probably gonna make this my last match of the evening because it's already half 2. So just
You're good.
Anyways,
yep.
Fight itself, I've never seen it before. It was a lot more higher produced than I thought it was going to be. That honestly, the way you guys were selling it, it made it seem like this would be like one of the early season 2 or 3 fights. Given the bar, and
right.
The bar was set low, but it exceeded my expectations on a lot of aspects. Though, like we said, there were issues in terms of animation. Like they said, the epicenter, and clearly their editing was so scuffed, it was unbelievable that it made it seem like he was in there. The fight itself was more interesting, setting it two predators against each other, and yeah, people could bitch about the whole thermal aspect. I've never seen a Predator movie, so I'm not one to judge, but I feel like how would Boba Fett have known that thermal images were a weakness to him because it's never been like a hint in any of the films or any of the showcase that was shown externally that it was thermal. There was
Actually, I have evidence against that. Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is figured that they see via thermal vision, so he uses mud to hide his heat signature.
Yeah, he does that.
Again,
Yep.
I didn't know that because again, I haven't seen any of the films, so
Well,
I'm
also
speaking
they'll
purely
have to
from
combat that too, because in the show in the episode it shows Predator actually stopping mid attack and looking around in confusion. So Boba Fett could have obviously saw that and put it two and two together.
maybe.
I did pause your timer, by the way, Sheamus.
That's
just
fine
so you
because
know.
it was a bit
Oh,
of
we
a
didn't do it for
discussion.
the rest of us, Ben.
No, it's because it was.
I did do it for the rest of you guys when it happened. You guys just don't notice.
It's called a seamless integration.
Yeah, exactly. All right, continue.
I mean, I was sold on this being like subpar episode, but I actually got a pretty mid tier to decent episode out of it, despite some of the qualms that I have. It was a very well themed matchup too, honestly, and it was a fight against a dishonorable bounty hunter versus an honorable kind of veteran kind of warrior race aspect. And even though I have no real nostalgia for Predator and I do like Star Wars in instance, I still came out enjoying it. And I'm gonna say it was at the top of pretty damn, or it was fine actually, just off that alone.
Fair.
All right. Wait, what'd you say?
Okay, it was fine. Was a bit of a stretch. I'm gonna put it like below All Might and Might Guy, and it was fine.
All right. All right. Jedi, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
This is my third time revisiting this fight, and it still has, in my opinion, taken its time to grow on me. I'm not a fan of bringing back characters for a third time unless you do something really creative with their analysis. Boba Fett's, I feel like they just treaded the same thing, but now referencing the book of Boba Fett. John Yacha's analysis, it was just okay. I do agree they probably should have just used a specific predator or maybe gone off of the city and the jungle hunter predator and maybe did something there. The animation, it's easily the best looking blender fight of season 9, but I do feel like, okay, it just goes along at a quick pace. It feels like it's just the best of weapons compilation. They just do their thing and that's it. I did like Cameron as Boba Fett. I do find it hilarious that he was given 5 lines of dialogue, exactly like how many lines Boba Fett got in the original trilogy. So whether that was done on purpose, I don't know. And yeah, as for the fire thing, I don't agree with it. I think it's stupid. And I did want to bring up the death because I'm friends with the storyboarder, and I interviewed him on a Death Battle podcast I'm a part of. He had an interesting theory as to how he would interpret Boba Fett getting away. He pretty much would just have Boba Fett tear off the arm with the gauntlet on it and toss the bomb into the distance, and that's how he got away scot-free.
See, that would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, that would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's plausible, and I kind of wish they would have done that.
And
instead
you
of
could see
just
them doing it too, and instead of like taking a guess of how he escaped the blast.
Yeah, leaving it up to interpretation was not a good idea on their part. But overall, I feel like this fight is just okay, and that's kind of the worst thing about it is it's just okay. So I would have to say it is pretty damn good under Deku versus Asta.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's your opinion.
Oh no! How dare you! You scared him off.
He got pissed off. Like, how dare you?
We have to ban him now. Ban him. Ban him.
How dare you?
Welcome back. Is your computer messing up again?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
I had to literally reconnect to the internet just to get back in here.
Well,
Okay, just double check. What did Jedi say? What did Jedi say?
He said pretty damn good, but he also said under Deku and Asta. So
okay, so one pretty damn good vote. Well, what was the rest? I did. It was fine. Alex, you said pretty damn good, right?
Yeah.
Kevin, what did you say?
I said it was fine.
Gizmo, what did you say?
Pretty damn good. Above Shao Kahn versus M. Bison.
And Mono, you said could have been worse.
Top could have been worse, yeah.
All right. So one could have been worse. One it was fine. Sheamus, did you say pretty damn good? I can't remember.
I said near the top of it was fine.
So 2 it was fine, and 3 for pretty damn good. All right. So Alex, Jedi, and who else was it? Fuck, my memory's just skewed. And Gizmo, where did you say? You said Gizmo. You said on top of Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Alex, where'd you put it?
Shao Kahn versus
let
M.
me
Bison.
check.
I have to specify because there's 2 Shao Kahn episodes.
No, on their stream. Right.
Shao I put it
Shao
above
Kahn
Miles and Static.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Jedi, where'd you put it?
Jedi. Jedi.
We lost
Jedi.
I'll just place it right. I'll place it right here for now.
Done.
We'll place it right here. I feel like this is a good spot.
Well, Bender's been kidnapped by ninjas.
Rip.
Are you
Press
bad
F,
enough
everybody.
dude to rescue the Jedi Bender?
All right.
Here's one more thing I have to say. I think this.
Hurry up! I can't keep clicking this.
This opens up the door for more Predator episodes. I mean, think about it. We could officially have
in 8 years. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
in 8 years.
like we could have an official Batman versus Predator. You know, if they're gonna. Be
That's the one-sided. That's
Wasn't there? Yeah, Batman's gonna totally school them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, no, here's the thing, though. In the comic books, they actually did fight before, but the thing is, Batman actually suffered their first round. He actually got the shit.
Yeah, I mean, with crossovers, you kind of have to do that. Even if it's super one-sided in reality, they usually have to downplay the other character.
Here's
so it's
why
fair.
I think they're going to do that one, though, is because they did RoboCop versus Terminator. They've had like what 3 crossover comics. They still did that.
Bender
they still
says
did that
he's on hold for a bit.
They still
he's
did that as
good.
an official death battle, so I can see them doing like a Batman versus Predator to start things off.
Please, I can't keep clicking this. We're starting.
Well, you can stop whenever the hell you want.
No, I don't want to. What do we gotta get? What do we gotta get? What do we gotta get? Yeah, baby!
Oh yeah, we got the best option.
All those options, Ben.
Let's go.
If I want to make progress, I don't want to waste time.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
Okay, legitimately, this time, please remove one. Oh.
I was gonna remove one on the third try, which is what we have been doing. Wait, we gotta get to remove one?
Fucking kidding me.
Oh, shit!
We got
the death sucked. The death
which, by the way, it's a. Which, by the way, the death is a nod to.
This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, the first.
I'm gonna
head played Nightwing in this.
You have a good night, Sheamus.
Guys, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the
night,
man.
We will have a good night.
The actor who did this, the actor who did Nightwing in this death battle actually did a live action bit with Nightwing versus Deathstroke, and the way that it ends is actually a nod to the way that fight ends. But here's the thing: the original video was better than this death battle.
That's what
we'll get to it. We'll talk about it at the end. But let's watch.
Anyway,
let's get the episode.
Let's get this show on the road. The first live action death battle.
Nobody's gonna know about.
Is this better or worse than the other one?
I mean, yeah, it's worse than the other one. Yeah, but it's still good. I like it.
If it's worse than the other one, I am not looking forward to this.
According to an old season 4 leak, this episode was originally planned as a 2D episode in season 4, but they delayed it to make it live action.
Yes. Good thing they held off on that.
Yeah,
no,
I agree.
Live action wasn't as good.
I mean, I like it. I just don't think this matchup is particularly good without it. Nice.
You know, Alex, at the very least, this isn't going to be using origins from All-Star Batman and Robin. What are you? What are you, dense or retarded? I'm the goddamn Batman.
Orphaned and alone, all seemed hopeless for Dick Grayson.
Until he scored the coolest.
I think you mean Richard Grayson.
You know, I still kind of.
Oh, Batman looks weird.
Dick wasn't just a son; he was a sidekick, a superhero. He was.
Oh, I love that Robin.
A child slave.
Hey, Akira.
Child
Oh.
safety.
That's great.
That was good.
That was
You
great.
get the fuck out, man.
That was so random. I love it.
The shark arc repellent bat spray.
Kylie, I think that's the only time we'll ever see them reference Friday.
A bad idea. So he fired him, and then promptly forgot this little revelation.
Oh.
Time to update the resume, Batman. Probably for the best, though. I mean, come on. The kid didn't even have a proper pair of pants. What's your problem, Bruce?
Was for the best, though not in the way Batman hoped. Inspired by a story of an ancient Kryptonian superhero, Dick took to the streets by himself with a brand new uniform and a brand new name. From then on,
Why are you sourcing footage from the Titan show? That show
Hey, look.
was terrible.
And here's
not
I mean,
counting
it's
that
just
as-
footage.
Why
They're
are
not
you kidding
actually
me,
using
Bass?
it.
You girl that film.
With expertise in taekwondo, ninjutsu, aikido, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, it's if Nightwing was gonna beat Cheetah in a fight.
Comic book history.
Look, I love Dick, but no.
Oh, I
He's
bet
not
you
winning.
did.
You love Dick.
You love King Dick. You love having Dick in your hand.
Gizmo,
No,
enough with the gay jokes.
no.
More, no. We need more gay jokes.
No. To be fair to Gizmo, I did say hi.
There you go.
This chat room's full of dicks.
Yeah, Ben, you fucking dick.
Okay, Richard, whatever you say.
I get it. It's a dick joke.
Wingdings.
Yeah, those sticks have 50,000 volts inside of them, so you
Yeah,
do
they
not want to
scream
get hit by them.
Like his two screaming sticks.
You want a gig, you the zoom, folks.
Oh, look, there's the live action fight I was talking about.
Fired them with 50,000 volts.
Damn.
Girl, damn. Oh, okay.
Nightwing clearly remains inspired by the gadgets and skills of his baddie
That's the
mentor.
best Robin costume in any animation.
Yeah.
Fighting.
I agree.
Punch people through solid walls and smash through a sheet of ice from underwater and hold back the 19.
I've been here.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
He was awesome as Batman.
Oh, let's
He
also
was.
not forget
Yeah,
the time
Dick was
when
really cool.
in Frank Miller's universe, he held up Dick's decapitated head, and Dick was like, "Damn you! I love you!"
Love you.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Yeah, big gay
They're ambiguously. I mean, they're ambiguously gay.
Oh god.
Parkour!
Oh, why?
Parkour!
Parkour, parkour. Oh no.
A reminder: Dick trains in the Batcave.
Also,
doing
how did y'all
gymnastics
know-
while not wearing a shirt?
Also, how did y'all know my real name?
What?
What?
Because you said Richard.
Is that
No,
your
we're
name?
talking
your
about
real name
Nightwing.
is Richard.
We were
Everyone's
doing
talking
dick
about
jokes.
I could hear the dick jokes. I was like, they said my real name.
Okay then, Richard.
Oh, come on,
No,
don't
did
call
you
him a
say you like
dick.
It's
What?
cool. It's fine.
You know, there's a funny bit, this funny iFunny thing where, Starfire asks, "How do you get Dick from Richard?" and Robin's just like, "You ask nicely."
Yes.
Oh.
He's not wrong.
At least,
Alex, I recall you
at
introducing
least,
me to that joke.
at least
fuck
Jedi's
off,
name's not
God,
Johnson.
God, he's
At least my name's not what?
At
He
least
hates
your name's
heights.
not Johnson.
Oh God, yes.
Could have put him into a rapid spin, rendering him unconscious and causing his
God,
Look at
oh.
that. Ugh. Damn.
He's certainly tough, but
'Cause he's a
despite his
badass.
losses, his scarred body is proof of that.
Now when Batman survived crashing
Hey,
into
don't
the
go
atmosphere on
close.
fire and just scrubbed it off.
Don't think he's
Fucking
scrubbed
Blood,
it off.
terrible
He probably
movie.
was fucking.
Yeah, why would you not
Oh.
show Brave and the Bold, Batman, Dick Grayson?
Here in the intern's notes, who's Jim and Juan?
Oh, that's the names these ladies gave his butt cheeks.
Wow.
He
Hey,
does
that
have the
means
best
it's raw
ass.
material.
Oh, I love this.
Why are they using footage from the DVD version?
I don't know.
That's an awesome scene. That's why.
I don't think the
No.
Blu-ray for that came out that when they did this.
Yeah.
Because
The iTunes version was long out.
oh, okay. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's
It's
what
just-
you're talking about.
they just used a random
Swear
YouTube clip, I guess.
to
Yeah.
God, if they do any kind of changes for Daredevil in the future, I'll be pissed. I don't care if you make him a lefty instead of a righty. I can care less if you turn him redhead to brunette. You make any changes, I swear to God, I'll be pissed.
The Ben Affleck Daredevil movie is actually a guilty pleasure of mine.
The director's cut's really good. If
Yeah,
I'm
the
being
director's
honest.
cut's actually a good movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would highly recommend you watch the director's cut.
I need to watch it again. The show was amazing, though. Can we agree the show's incredible?
Oh, yeah, I love the show.
Yeah,
the
Show
Wait,
was
guys,
great
wait,
until
guys.
season 2, and then season 2 is where
No, season two was good, but season 3 was better.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
God.
season 2 was just
Oh,
Punisher.
guys, are you ready? Are you ready to see Disney fuck up season 4?
Oh god.
No.
No, but yes.
Because I'm not.
Season
I'm not
One of
gonna
the
watch
problems
it.
I have with Daredevil the TV show is that they use the they very clearly were trying to save on the CGI budget because they never used the Daredevil vision except like once.
Yeah.
Even when
Alex?
Fine with that.
incredibly
Alex, how did you feel about that scene when How did you
Oh,
feel
God.
about that bit when Matt was losing his sight in the Daredevil show?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, no, that thing was really cool, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Was that in season 3?
I thought it was season 1.
That's awesome.
Stanley! No, it
Well, I
was season
think
1.
it's season 2.
Something similar happened
Like
to
the
Daredevil,
the
except like
oh yeah, but there's the Ninja Turtles thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it
that's
is.
why that's the same radioactive waste that transformed them.
Daredevil
Yeah.
versus Raphael wins.
Why? I know Batman and the TNMT crossover happened. Why hasn't Daredevil and the TNMT happened?
They're supposed
That just
to
makes
be,
sense.
but-
I happy.
An idea
Later
of what
go
happened
to
to
direct the
Daredevil.
worst adaptation of The Lion King,
everything around you to the smallest detail.
aside from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Blind powers as well as he does without the
To be fair, there is also Batman and Daredevil, so technically they're all connected in a way.
no relation.
Yeah.
With Stick's help, Matt
I'm pretty sure that was a comic, though. Wasn't there a Batman Daredevil comic?
Yes.
Not that
one.
I. Okay.
It's really hard to
Okay.
find.
Blind powers as Daredevil.
Well, I can just hunt it down online.
Yeah, that's different, man. You
Plus,
literally can
there's
find everything
also
online.
Batman
I'm talking
and
about when you're
Mehchanix.
going out to actually look.
Matt learned how to hone his senses.
You know, if we were actually supposed to get a Daredevil spin-off series from the Spider-Man the Animated Series.
Yeah,
but
we're
that's-
supposed to. but
Yeah, I
well,
remember that. We never
They
got
were also
that.
supposed to get a Captain America show and a Ghost Rider show, but they canceled all plans because Marvel went bankrupt.
Yeah.
But thanks to his radioactive
Shame.
origins, Daredevil can actually emit electromagnetic energy
Fuck
waves from
the
his
yellow
weapons, which
suit
also
and
Bro,
fuck
don't.
Yeah,
She-Hulk
I like the
for
yellow
using
suit.
it.
Not just the yellow
I
suit.
like these suits.
The yellow suit appeared
I
in
like-
She-Hulk and
Did
is
anyone see
therefore the
the,
worst thing
No,
ever.
no, no,
No,
that's-
fuck
that's
you.
She-Hulk,
That's
the
wrong.
yellow outfit. That's different.
I would have
It's-
preferred the red and black version, or
Did we all
the
see
straight
the,
up
The
red
red
version.
and outfit is actually pretty alright.
Guys, did we all see
Yes,
the
that's
That's an underrated suit. I actually love that movie suit.
Same.
I presume
Hey, Kevin Smith.
fuck Kevin Smith.
No, that was back when
Ruined
Kevin Smith
He-Man.
Kevin, why do you want to fuck Kevin Smith?
I don't want on him
It
that
would've been-
way. No,
This
as
is
why
in
did
I-
you say it?
No, hold on though. This was back then when Kevin Smith was actually critical about comic books and then he kissed everyone's ass.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't. You already
You know
Fuck
what
you,
they
DD.
should have done? They should have gotten.
Get out of my territory!
Why is the Death Star here?
Because Mandark has the Death Star.
Okay then.
Daredevil does the exact same thing, and he can throw it hard enough to bust concrete.
Damn.
Has anyone seen the solid JJ skit where Daredevil was asked to, you know,
He can
Oh,
curl
def-
that. Curl that.
guys? I was saying, did anyone see the solid JJ skit where Daredevil was asked to disarm a bomb, and
Oh,
told
that
which
was
wire to
great.
cut?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
He was told which wire to cut, but he was just like,
Colors? What's that?
He's colorblind.
Damn it, Daredevil! I thought you could see.
No, but
He's
he's
really
blind.
blind.
That's the thing, though. He'll only be able to technically see one kind of color, technically, because he relies on echolocation.
Damn.
Multiple stories and walked away. Powered through a napalm explosion.
Of course.
Been hit by a 5-foot bar swung by the
You're not a
And
comic book
he's supposed to
character
be
until you
human.
survive a point-blank explosion.
Reminder: his arch nemesis is the fat Lex Luthor of this universe.
Yeah.
And his second arch nemesis is a guy with a literal bullseye on his head.
Bullseye. As played by
Colin Farrell.
Oh,
Yep.
dude, that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Damn, look at that.
Bullseye.
Come on, we've all seen that review by the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the best scenes from the Defenders.
And then we
Oh,
get
yeah.
this, and then we get the scene where he's in Spider-Man.
Take your shot. Take your shot.
Badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
I
Let's watch.
love
Okay, let's see.
I love
Let's see if
D'Onofrio
this.
as the Kingpin.
Can we all agree that Disney are bastards for having to cancel this show along with Netflix?
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck Disney.
Okay. So
this
Daredevil
was
was played
the-
by Tyler
The
Beckett,
dick.
who played Winter Soldier in Jason
Yep.
versus
Yeah,
Bucky.
He
Pretty
looks a
impressive
lot more
Daredevil
like
suit.
Daredevil than he does Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he does.
He
It's
also
very good
played.
fit.
He also played Android 17 in the Dragon Ball Light of Hope series.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah. I
I'm not a
remember
fan of that headband.
I
Alex
didn't
liked
know
that
the name,
fact.
but yeah.
No, I don't like the helmet either, but
I don't
Yeah, the
mind
helmet's a
helmet
little bit
too
too
much.
big for him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
Well,
a
I think it looks
Zombie
fine.
Hey, my boy.
Is this the guy from Bat in the
Danny.
Sun?
It's from
Sounds
No,
Night.
a
no,
little bit
It's from the
Danny
Nightwing.
is the one from
Fantasy.
Ismahawk.
Doesn't he sound a little bit like Johnny on Bosch?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Danny is the one. Danny's from Ismahawk. You're thinking of Aaron Shanky.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a good camera flip.
Yeah.
Flips. Woo!
Wingdings.
Woo!
Stupid name.
Flip.
Just call him Birderang.
Are we sure Torian didn't do the storyboarding for this?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
No, wait, Ben
'Cause
Singer's
he's
the
going
one
for his
obsessed.
blind spot.
No, wait, Ben Singer's the
Ooh.
one obsessed with
Too many
flips.
cuts.
Oh, my God.
I think this might.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that broke the window, and that was not rehearsed.
Yeah.
No, he
They
straight
did
up
that
broke it.
themselves.
He straight up broke it.
He straight up broke the door.
The guy who played
Ow.
Nightwing was like, "Wow."
I'd love to see the raw footage.
That
of
is a cool
oh,
one.
Nice
This is
arm
cool.
bar. Holy
Oh,
shit.
God.
Yeah.
That's a part of your mask, not a part of your contact lenses, bro.
Oh!
Oh, God.
You know,
I felt that.
it would have
And
been
of course,
cool
a
if
fight like
Daredevil
this have to have a
powered all the
random
way
set of
out of that,
boxes.
because I have powered all the way out of those.
I like how they take a breather.
Yes, that's something you
think-
can't get in animation.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but
I like
man,
this.
That
it's
would
a lot
require
of
more
work.
detail.
Oh!
Oh, God.
Badass.
See, I don't mind the camera work, but I
Those
think there may be a
sticks
bit
are
too many
stupid.
cuts for my liking.
Dude, I'm not a fan of those Scrimmage sticks, man.
Oh.
It's so
Yeah,
stupid.
no, the one he used in the 90s
Ah!
was more better. Oh!
Ha!
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
Yes.
you, Injustice. Fuck you so hard.
Ooh. Oh!
Ugh, damn.
Yeah, you know, I am
Imagine-
kind of more of a
Imagine
fan
having
of
to
the bow
explain the
staff.
Batman that you had to fight against the
Oh,
blind
I
guy
like.
you had.
Ooh.
Why?
Imagine explaining
I like
that
lighting
you had
here.
trouble fighting a blind guy.
Hey, Dick, you done fucked up, buddy.
Wait.
You merely
Oh!
adopted the
I
dark.
lied.
Hey, Dick Grayson, you merely adopted the dark.
Oh, I was
Ooh.
born in it.
Oh,
wasn't
no,
even
technically
born in it.
not.
But he is the master of it.
Teabag him,
The look on your face.
teabag.
Me too.
Ah!
And surprised,
Boom.
Oh shit!
his one
See, that was
weakness.
part of his plan, Alex.
My ears, my only
I mean,
weakness. How did you know?
He is a detective.
Oh!
Oh!
Yes!
Boo! Boo!
And he's dead.
That
Anime
sucks.
punch.
Doesn't even
Death
make
by
sense.
anime punch.
See you in hell.
Okay.
Okay, that implies you're going to hell, Dick, because you killed a blind man.
Yeah,
because
you killed a
Ghost
you
Kitchen
killed a
is
disabled
Daredevil.
man,
That
you
was
piece
great.
of shit. Cancel Nightwing.
Dick, you need to brush your fucking hair.
We can do that now. This was possibly one of our closest matchups to date, despite lacking a true superhuman.
What the fucking is up with the animation there?
Yeah, Alex, remember, we watched that movie a while ago.
I know, the animation still looks fucking weird.
It does. I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Daredevil seemed a little quicker to react, but these differences were extremely minimal. It's actually feasible that these two could pull off almost all the exact same feats. Keyword being almost. Right. With such similar physical abilities, this really came down to their arsenal. Nightwing's gadgets and Daredevil's superpowers. At first glance, these could simply counter each other.
I love that offhanded bit.
Yes.
With Nightwing and Judas contract.
I know. Why don't we practice that move? Here? Now? I'm flattered, but what would the team think?
Hey,
What?
I've seen weirder.
Okay,
I've seen weirder places.
Daredevil's radar sense was sending everywhere.
Yep.
Even Mr. Magoo could have figured out something.
That's a reference.
You know, the greatest detective in the world. Through a little hand-to-hand action, Nightwing was certainly clever enough to recognize Daredevil's reliance to sound over sight, and had the perfect counterweapon, the ultrasonic wingding. Look, I'm sure there were several possible scenarios where Daredevil could have pulled off the win, but more times than not, Nightwing takes this thanks to his athletic skill, detective training, and high-tech gadgets. All he had to do was
Again, that punch is better in the
Nightwing
live.
series.
Yeah, in the Nightwing series. It is that actor did.
All right, let me get it back. Give me one moment.
Okay, this
and
is
then
death
we'll
way
get-
fucking
the
good.
death
This
is-
is way
Fuck
fucking
that,
better
man. That's
than...
Hang on, Alex. Hang on, guys. Let Alex. Hang on, guys. Wait. Let Alex go first. Alex, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, this is way fucking better than the Winter Soldier versus Jason Todd one.
Really?
And yeah, way
Ooh, very much
by
so.
far and away better. Or so, the fight choreography is better. Or the continuity of space is better. The general, first off, the actors actually look like the fucking characters, aside from the fact that Dick Grayson clearly needs some fucking product in his hair, because
Yeah,
that
he's
is
full
too
of
much
hair.
fluff. But other than that, yeah, the analysis is great. The results great. Everything's great. I'm gonna put it on a worthy death, and I'm gonna put it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna put this
Whoa.
above
Wow.
Megazord versus Voltron. I'm gonna put this above
Oh,
Josuke
What?
versus what's his name?
damn.
Really? That high?
Yeah, no, this was fucking awesome.
Wow.
The sheer technical aspect of the fight choreography alone, when combined with the fact that there's just a great continuity of action and space in this episode, but it fucking rocks. Like this has everything that the Winter Soldier Red Hood fight was missing and more.
Man, I surprised by that.
Yeah.
Like the character arc, Alex.
All right, Kevin, you're up in 3, 2, 1,
Why?
go.
Hold on. Though.
wait,
Why'd you think you would rank it lower though?
Huh?
I'd
Well,
say it was
I mean,
I
Sorry,
just
wait.
thought it'd be the death.
honestly
You gotta-
honestly, despite the lackluster death, I thought this was really well choreographed and whatnot. It's just like a little lacking in terms of the arena and whatnot, because it's just like a generic garage.
Sure, but keep in mind, these are
funnily
street-level
you mentioned
guys.
that. I'm gonna stop the timer for a second. Funny you mentioned that because originally the fight was going to take place on a rooftop.
That would have been
They
a bit
weren't able to-
better.
That would have been cool, but you have to understand these guys are working on the internet budget, not
Yeah.
I
Hollywood
know.
budget.
Yeah.
I'll keep my opinions until it's my turn. But last thing I
Yeah.
got to bring up, you have to also keep in mind these are street level guys, not universe
know
level,
that.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, I know that.
All right, I'm gonna
Now-
start your timer again.
Now the thing is like I get the appeal of these two based on like their weaponry and whatnot. And in all honesty, it's like this was probably around a this was probably around unworthy death as well, despite how lackluster it was. Could have been a bit better. Or I'd put it above Gonpachiro Kamaboko versus Jonathan.
Jonathan, where? Which one's that?
Tanjiro versus Jonathan.
This one.
Yeah, you never saw Demon Slayer before, have you?
No, never watched it. I'm surprised.
That's
okay,
a legitimate
let me
joke.
start.
That's a joke, a running joke in the series.
Right.
Inosuke purposely gets Tanjiro's name wrong.
All right, I'm gonna start my timer in 3, 2, 1. I like how we go for an arc. I'm saying this is the worst one to the best one in terms of the live action fights. For me, I think it's under it. I do like what they did in the second one better, but this episode was definitely way better than I remember. Definitely, just better choreographed. I think the word is. I mean, there were some weird things where like they're trying not to hurt each other, if that's the right word. But
yeah, but
it's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. And as Alex said, there's a really, really good technicality kind of stuff going on here. Good, what's the word? Just knowing, keeping things timeline in place, which was well. Yeah, good continuity. That's the word.
Great.
I prefer the Winter Soldier one, but this one does come close for me. It does come very close for me. Where would I put it though? Where is it on here? I know you're here somewhere.
I mean, you prefer Danny Sexbang as the Winter Soldier.
I mean, I know that's a weird one, but I just prefer the fight choreograph and the kind of twist they take on that one a bit more. Same with the set. I do prefer it over it because of that. But where is it? I would put it next to it because both have their advantages and disadvantages for me here. They're both, and you know what? I'll be honest. Fuck, I can't believe I'm saying this. I like the death better. I know. I'm sorry, Gizmo. To me, it reminded me of one of those stupid anime punches where they launched their fist and just a good impact, and I like that better, if I'm being brutally honest. So yeah, I'll put it right above, but I wouldn't put it above the others, in my opinion. But yeah, I just don't have anything else to say. Gizmo, you're up. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I would put it on, despite my hating to death, and I'll get to that later. I will put it in. It's time for a death battle.
Whoa!
Really?
Yeah, I think this is like the greatest as far as so far the greatest live action episode to date. Not only is this the first Nightwing episode, this is also the first Daredevil episode, and my God, Daredevil needed some rap in Death Battle.
Well, this would also be like another Batman related episode since Nightwing is part of the Batman franchise.
Well, keep in mind though, Nightwing has always gotten the short end of the stick when it came to the Bat family. People are always concentrating on either Robin, Batman, Batgirl, or Harley Quinn. People barely pay any attention to Nightwing, which is a really big crime.
I believe.
No, I mean.
Well, look. If you were to look at a TV show, a cartoon, then yeah, Nightwing gets some rap. But if you were to look at a comic book, you were to look at a crossover, it's usually a Batgirl. It's usually a Robin. Yeah, even in Injustice, he gets the short end of the stick. It's barely Nightwing or Dick Grayson barely gets any kind of respectable rep. And here they give enough respect, and I give points to that. Especially and they gave a really good analysis when it came to not only Nightwing but Daredevil. Like, holy shit, the fact that they actually gave this much respect to Daredevil, top props. And I also love the fact that they're fighting in a garage and not like, let's say, like a ninja hideout, because they're acknowledging that these guys are street level. I mean, despite them fighting guys like Blockbuster and Bane, they're acknowledging that these guys are not superhuman. Like peak human, sure, but not superhuman, which is why I think it fit well to have them fight in the garage. What I don't like about this is the Daredevil costume could use some work. The helmet looks like a biker helmet. I like the design of it. I just don't like the size. The bandana thing, and I'm not really into that because you can see like it's flapping everywhere, getting in the way. The breastplate armor, it makes him look like a fucking like dad bod. Nightwing, yeah, man, you put some gel on that fucking hair. Holy shit, is that puffy? It almost looks like one of those Logan Paul douchebag haircuts. And
Dude,
my
kinda.
God, the last thing I have to bring up, that fucking death. I don't get. It's one thing if he, it's one when it comes to references. It's one thing if it was like from a comic book, a video game, but no, this is from a very niche, not so well known channel.
Your timer went off. Your
where,
timer's off.
This is the last thing I'm gonna bring up. This punch. It's one thing if it's went through his body. It's one thing if they punches his head and they do an X-ray mode where it shows, I don't know, he hit him so hard where the skull fragments hit his brain and it punctures it or whatever the fuck. Or if he's against the wall and he's constantly punching it to the point where it's paced against the brick wall or something like that. This is literally a punch I could pull off. This is a punch you could pull off. This is literally just a punch. Fuck this death. They should have gone with the original idea of him just getting crushed by a car. They should have gone with that. That would have been more impactful, and it would have been a reference to how Nightwing beat Blockbuster. But no, they decide, oh yeah, let's reference an episode of our Nightwing show where only maybe 500,000 people saw. Oh yeah, it's a big number, but not as much as 1 million.
Yeah,
fuck off, man.
You know, in order to improve it, I'd say you could probably amp up the brutality factor. Or
yes.
have him,
like,
punch him
imply
out,
how powerful.
get him in the mount, and just rain down punches down into his head, and that would probably work out a little bit better.
You mean to basically turn his head into a watermelon?
Yeah, imply how powerful
Yeah.
it is. Don't just say it's powerful just because it's got an electroshock. Spider-Man survived tougher than that. You know, Batman survived tougher than that. Daredevil survived tougher than that.
We need Gizmo. We need to go on to the next person.
That. Yeah, but my ranking as much as I hate that death, as much as I can rant on just that death, it still belongs in. It's time for a death battle. They did everything else right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except for the Daredevil costume, but I already said my piece on that.
Where would you put it in It's Time for a Death Battle?
Man, where would I put it? I guess I would have to put it right above. Man, it hurts to say because this is my favorite. This is my favorite episode too. I would have to put it above Cable versus Booster.
Wow. God damn.
Like that's one of the best 2D fights, but this is the best live action fight.
So interesting. Because usually the community says this is the worst one, but honestly on Revisit it is better. It's way better.
Where they're coming from because this is the first, but stuff like dodging each other's punches is
I know, but let's go on to RGS. We need to RGS, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, everybody's saying nice things about it, and I do agree with most of these nice things, but I do think we're kind of ignoring one flaw I think I have, and I know it's a nitpick, but I just really don't like the reliance on cuts. I think if you're going to do a fight scene in that street level, I think you should rely more on long scenes and kind of do different camera techniques instead of just cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here, like a modern action movie. I think because this is a street level fight, you do need to linger on shots. I do think you need to kind of linger on a shot where it's just the two of them fucking trading blows.
Yeah, it would have been really neat if they'd managed to pull off like a Daredevil TV show style fight scene. Unfortunately, like having been the stunt coordinator on a fight very similar to this, that is damn near impossible to pull off in the best of circumstances. So, you know.
Especially with that budget.
I'm aware, but I do believe they should stick on some shots longer as to get the most out of moments. I think that punch could be redeemed by giving it a different angle and maybe upping the brutality in a simple way, but putting some fake blood and have Daredevil spit it out, kind of show the brutality of it while not going too far for Dick, because you kind of want to still keep him in character. Ideally, because obviously Dick wouldn't kill. I like
the parking lot. I like how oppressive it can be, and I think they should have went for blue, only for it to kind of go for that red in the darkness. You know, give
30
that blue
seconds.
tint, and then you go for that red tint when the lights come out, which we saw. It's got decent technical work. It's got decent continuity. The spacing's really nice. Even if it seems like they're not trying to hurt each other, I can get past that due to how impressive a lot of the stuff is.
Yeah, that's a more of a
Nightwing's
blinky you miss it
costume-
kind of thing.
Yeah.
10
Nightwing's
seconds.
costume is fine. I do agree with him needing product. I do agree that Daredevil's helmet needs a bit more. I think it's a pretty damn good. I think it's a pretty damn good that goes in like the upper middle, so like above Crash and Spyro, I think.
All right. Who's next on here? It's Jedi who's next. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I have huge nostalgia bias for this episode because it was the first live action fight. I obviously am a huge Dick Grayson fan. I love Nightwing. I've always loved him as a character. So yeah, he was done so much great respect here, and so was Daredevil. I love how this fight felt even. It didn't feel like it was a stomp in the other one's favor when they broke it down at the end. The live action bit, I do agree. It is in some areas better than Winter Soldier versus Red Hood, but that fight also had things that were better than this via camera techniques and being able to do stuff that they couldn't do this first time around. I love seeing Danny coming back to play Nightwing. I think he's a fantastic Nightwing actor. Tyler, I felt like he was just okay. He didn't get much to do as Daredevil. He was just very stoic, and that's it. I do
That's
agree.
how it usually is, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I was expecting more clash of a personality. Nightwing definitely needed more product. I'll agree. The Daredevil costume, not so good. The reason they're fighting, because of Nightwing's porno stash in that case, I feel like that could
Yeah.
That was the reason why they fought.
Yes, that is the legitimate reason why they're fighting. It was confirmed by the cast.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
So it's
the death-
nothing. It's nothing but pictures of Corey
porn.
wearing like one of those sling bikinis.
They're
Yes,
fighting
yes,
over
it's
Kuma's
all
product.
it's all of Dick's porn. Yes, that's what's in that case.
That is the greatest thing. You know what? I'm gonna change my vote to a worthy death based off that alone.
Yes. The death itself, I agree and disagree. I do think it's better than Bucky versus Jason, just because it's a punch and not just, hey, I grab your head, I squish it like a lima bean. But it is very niche that they had to reference their own series because, yeah, not many people are going to get the reference, and I see why this is why people look back on this episode because of that and don't hold it in high regards. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say it goes in worthy death. I would put it above. This is going to be hard. I would actually put it above. Appropriately, I would put it above Miles vs. Static.
Worthy death? Is that in worthy death?
No,
Yes.
not in this one.
Oh,
Okay.
I think it's.
you said in worthy death, right?
Yes, worthy death.
Yeah,
Okay, wait,
Where
I
would
see
you
it.
put it?
Okay, I would put it above Zatanna versus Wanda.
All right.
Okay.
After thinking about it, I am going to put it up here, but I'm gonna put it under Carnage. So I think Kevin was under Jonathan's episode. You said above Jedi. You said above Scarlet Witches, right?
Yes.
Alex, where'd you say yours would be?
I said above Jonathan's episode.
All right, so that leaves us. I think. Yeah, let me grab it.
Actually,
Where's
on
the-
reflection, I'd say.
Yeah, my computer
God, I don't
keeps
wanna-
acting.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything I'll regret here. I'll put it
Honest.
right below.
Sorry
I'm
about
gonna
that,
put it
Kevin.
Right below Leon and Frank.
Hey, Kevin, maybe you should restart your PC.
Yeah, I don't think he hears.
Someone
I don't
tell him
think
to
he's
restart. Kevin, restart your PC, man.
Oh, I hate
know.
doing this.
I know. I'm sorry, man. All right, should we cut
You
to
like it.
intermission or should we just keep going?
Well, considering this is going to be the last episode of the night anyways.
Look, just spin the damn
we're
wheel.
just gonna-
Yeah.
Just spin the damn wheel and let's get this over with. Let's see what we're doing next.
Yeah.
Oh, spin
Well, no,
again!
this
Come
was
on!
supposed
Spin
to be
again!
the last
Spin again!
episode.
Spin again!
This was supposed to be the last episode. So
Oh, we got an old one.
all right, so next time we're watching Pikachu
All right, we
versus
got the penultimate
Blanka.
episode of season 1.
Okay, so this is gonna be a short one.
This is gonna be
Yeah, we
this
might
is
as well
the
just watch that now
of the
because it's
first-
really
This is a
fucking
good one.
short.
This is a good one to end this episode on, though. To be honest.
This is the Fig Newton of the first season.
Yeah,
Yes,
let me
this
just
was the
get
penultimate episode
on. Yeah, this
season
was the
1.
penultimate episode. Hilariously enough, it had one of the best previews. Honestly,
Next
That's
time.
the only reason why I
Same.
When you think of an electric charge combatant, these two always come
I
to
don't
mind.
understand this matchup though.
it's a weird one, but I see it in early Death Battle perspective
Yeah.
because like two very famous electric kind of fighters from two very famous series and two very famous video game
Have you
companies.
seen the fighting game community? People hate Blanka.
Yes.
People hate him. People hate Blanka.
Yeah, like they literally nobody uses him in the competitive anything.
Man, that sounds like a skill issue.
No, like, legitimately, people don't like him. He's low tier.
So it's a skill issue. Got it.
No, like it's like this. If Meta Knight was like God tier, who's low tier? Who's the ultimate low tier in Smash Bros?
And
Dan Hibiki. That's always the correct answer.
Dan
it's
Hibiki
always
is
yes.
actually a higher tier
It's
than
not
you actually
Blanka.
would.
It's fuck. To be fair though, Blanka is trained by Dan.
No, but here's the funny thing: Dan is actually a higher tier character than you would be led to believe. Blanka, on the other hand, is like low, like very low, like almost next to E Honda. And
I have
even
the
if he
Japanese
doesn't get
version of
used
the
as
original
much.
Smash Bros. Because fuck buying an English copy.
L.
Look, as much as I
Fucking
don't like
expensive.
tier lists when it comes to competitive anything, the tier list just shows you how little the characters are used. If they're God tier, A tier, or even B tier, then they're going to use them. If they're anything lower than a C, then you're either very skilled with him, or nobody uses him. And Blanka is like in the low tier. Literally, nobody uses him in any fighting game competitions. Nobody uses him in the Capcom World Tour. Nobody used him in SGC, any tournament. Nobody used him in any of the underground tournaments either.
What about the
Nobody used him in
Blanka
Alpha,
tournament?
nobody used him in 2, nobody used him in any Mugen anything. Not even in Mugen they use him.
What about the Blanka tournament? The tournament that's only Blanka.
Oh, if only that was a thing.
Let's make it a thing.
Dude, if there is a tournament of low tier anything, I think that's the only reason anybody would use him.
We should put something like that together. We should put together like tournaments where you have to play as the lowest tier characters in every fighting
That
game.
would be
All right.
awesome.
Since we talked about Blanka, the entirety of Pikachu's, can we talk about how Ash and Pikachu's stories ending?
Yeah,
Ash
I know.
is-
After 25 years.
25
God damn you,
years, man,
Homelander.
that's sad.
You could have saved that plane if you weren't such a bitch.
But yeah,
Blanka is
Hey,
from
hold
the
on. Though. If it
Homelander
wasn't for
plane.
Homelander not rescuing those planes, we wouldn't get Blanka.
So
but yeah, so it's only a matter of time before Death Battle does Yugi versus Ash now, since Ash actually has a story ending.
Yes. I'm looking
Also,
forward to
Ash
that.
is fucks. His daughter is going to be the series' next character, or at least
tell me-
Do we know
theorized.
that it's his
Please tell me
daughter?
he married
It looks
Missy.
like the daughter has a resemblance to him and another girl character. I forget her name.
I
Something
hope
Ness.
it's Misty. teasing that since the beginning.
Yeah, their will they won't they relationship is been going on longer than fucking Mulder and Scully.
It's either
Ash.
Serena or
Ash.
Dawn.
At least you at least know they were going to get together eventually. But the
I just hope it's
Pokemon
not
actually there was countless amount of female partners.
I would prefer Ash don't get with Misty because that's too obvious of a choice.
Yeah,
No.
it's
I
not
want to
gonna
go
be right.
obvious,
No, I was
and
gonna say the
one
right
of the
choice.
reasons
We're
why
staying there.
is because
But
I
it's a
had
choice
a
that
huge
makes
crush
sense.
on
Is
this
it
season.
Serena? Is that her name? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
Serena.
Well, that or
I
Dawn.
like
Yeah.
Serena. I don't dislike
Yeah.
Serena, but I don't like her as much as Misty or Dawn.
Right.
Yeah, Dawn.
I
is my
prefer
favorite.
Dawn.
Misty is more iconic and more memorable than the others.
Why
That's
does
the
Ash
thing.
have to fuck the worst one out of the threes?
Boy, you take that back. I throw you.
But at least we
Why
can
you
all
like
agree-
Serena? You a Serena simp?
I'm more of a Dawn simp.
I am
At least
too.
we can all
Dawn's
agree-
adorable.
I'm old school.
I know. I'm so happy I'm not alone. At least we can all agree it's not in a flying rat's hell gonna be May.
Yeah, no, May
wasn't
May
gonna be
needs
Iris
to fuck
either.
off.
May.
May. You know, May.
Me from Gen 3.
Yeah, Gen
Anti-trading. Remember the
That
Street
is
Fighter
Blanka,
X
is it
Tekken
Ash?
crossover trailer where Dan got his ass beat?
Oh, that
I
was
do.
messed up. They were gonna. I was hoping they would add Dan in Tekken vs Street Fighter, but they never ended up doing that.
When is Dan gonna be announced in Street Fighter 6? Damn it!
No, he's in
yeah,
Street Fighter
Steve.
X Tekken. He was in that.
No, he was never in Street Fighter X Tekken. He was only like a cameo in a trailer.
No, I remember he was in that.
That's fucking
No,
stupid.
He was never in
Also,
the game.
if this
I'll
was
have to check
Ash's,
later.
Alright, here we
if
go.
this was Ash's Pikachu, this would be a
It
very
is.
different out.
Yeah,
You're
No,
fucking
it
kidding
it's
me.
not Ash's Pikachu.
No, they specifically talk about how Ash's Pikachu is like level 99.
Yeah, they talk
Yeah, I
about
know, but
they talk about how Ash's Pikachu is, but this is definitely not Ash's Pikachu because the feats Ash's Pikachu pulls off in Pokemon I Choose You would have more than changed the outcome of this death battle if this was in
Well,
fact that
Pokemon I
Pikachu.
Choose You, that was the movie, right?
No, that
Yes.
was the first
Yes,
episode of the
movie
TV
and-
show.
Oh,
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Right. Okay, I thought you were talking about the remake movie.
And there was, I think that might have
Right.
also been the name of the movie, but I was talking about the
Yeah.
very first episode.
Oh, this is a
the
cool
pilot of the
shot. Look at
TV
that.
show.
Look at that shit go.
This is
And
a climax,
here's
guys.
the
Who do you think is gonna win? It's so close.
Oh my god! He just lost his head! Oh,
He actually puts the
That's-
plug up his nose.
that's great. Oh my god.
And you can
Monster.
hear
Wait, with the bones
so
and
many
everything?
Pikachu fans cry out.
Yeah, no.
Wait, he didn't debone the Pikachu or anything though. You just put it all in there.
Yeah,
Cartilage and
well, the
everything?
bone marrow adds flavor, and the
Inconsistent.
bones
Yeah,
add
but
calcium.
proper
train.
Look, just as long as you don't inhale
Okay,
the bone
yeah.
dust, you'll be fine.
I like how we don't have anything to say.
It's not a
It
very
was-
good result. This episode
it
is
was-
too fucking short.
It was the most
there's a reason why
okayish
it's
episode
short.
in existence.
I mean, I'm not
And this
I'm
is
not-
the penultimate episode.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar enough with Blanka's abilities to make a 100%
Well, Blanka's a
determination on whether he
Blanka's a
would
really
win
good
against a
fighter,
run-of-the-mill
but it-
Pikachu.
Blanka's a really good fighter. I just don't know
Yeah.
if it's fair, if the analysis is
All right.
fair here when it comes to having him
So-
against the Pikachu.
My computer is
So
taking
before-
two
okay.
servers.
All right.
Well,
We're about to
I'm
do
not
the
gonna
preview.
put-
I wanted to wait on you first, though,
There was
because,
a
you know.
question mark section. That's
Yeah,
where I put this
Preview
episode.
that kickstarted
that's a
the
good-
episode that, in hindsight, was not very well done.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's where I'd say, because like, in ultimately I'll put it in pretty damn bad, because
Nah, I wouldn't put it there.
well,
I say that's
I-
too. I would say that's too low.
okay.
Anyway,
well,
just
I
show the
understand
preview.
that, but there's no question mark category, and I can't. Like, if this was, I gotta move closer to the microphone. I keep forgetting that the microphone is over here when the monitor is over here. So
Let me switch to the tier list. Yeah, let's switch to
yeah,
the
so
tier
let's
list and we'll talk
pull over
about
to the tier list, because
Because
this is a
can I
tough
say
one.
can I say where I would put it?
Sure.
I would put it at the bottom if it was fine. Because it's just an okayish episode. It doesn't do anything horrifically wrong, but it doesn't do anything amazingly right either. It's just
We're
kind
almost
of
done with all the season
existing.
1 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Almost.
it at the bottom. I'm putting it at the bottom of pretty bad, mostly because it's one of the less entertaining death battles we've watched. It's not very interesting to look at. There's not a whole lot going on. The analysis is questionable at best, especially considering, like, if this was the iconic Pikachu that everybody thinks of, Ash's Pikachu, I feel like Ash's Pikachu would win hands down based solely on the feats that
maybe,
Pikachu pulled
but
off in the first episode of the show.
maybe, but there are Street Fighter characters that are planet level, and that it's a big maybe.
That's a stretch.
No, there are
Planet
comic and
level is
game
a
feats that do
stretch.
level to that. No, there are feats.
Yeah, but look at what Pikachu can pull off. Pikachu also went toe-to-toe with, like, literal god Pokemon in the Pokemon movies.
Oh yeah,
so...
that's a good point.
Yeah, the Pokemon
universe
is crazier than
So this is fucking
You're
weird. Because, like,
you're to tell me there was a Pokemon that could destroy the planet, I believe you more than
Let's
if
see
it
here.
was
we need to.
a Street Fighter
All right,
character to do that.
At the deities of the Sinnoh region.
All right.
Okay, so let's
Kevin,
see
where would
here.
you, Kevin? It's your turn. Where would you put it
Same place as
personally?
Alex for the same reasons. It's like
All right.
Pikachu has had much better feats than Blanka or any other Street Fighter characters ever had.
Right.
And yet, he still just gets. This is basically just a filler episode for Goku versus Superman. This is literally just a filler episode. That's all I need to say.
For me, it was fine, the bottom of it, because it doesn't do, at least for me, anything wrong, but it doesn't do anything amazing either. It's just fine. It's not a bad episode, but it's not a good episode. So for me, it's either going to be at the top of it could have been worse, or at the bottom of it was fine. And I feel like the bottom of it was fine is perfect, because there's nothing here that offends me. Like some of the stuff in could have been worse. Like for my TOS, I have Ben 10 and Deku in there, and there's nothing. It doesn't offend me that bad. So I would put it was fine at the very bottom. That's me though. Gizmo, you're up in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, before we go on though, I want to say fuck you, Bobapedia, for not having a full list of battles engaged in and won for Ash's Pikachu, because that would be a great resource. Continue.
He was literally in everything in the first season, wasn't he?
What?
The Ash's Pikachu, was he literally in every battle in the first season or two?
Most of them, but I'd just like to see like a results list, especially for the movies.
Yeah, that would
he
help.
Does have a decent win-loss record, especially nowadays with the I Choose You and like all the
all the movies, especially the movies.
Yeah, I'm not saying he beat Mewtwo. Obviously, he didn't beat Mewtwo, but
he had no chance against Mewtwo.
That would have been awesome though if he had beaten Mewtwo.
There's something. I just saw something we need to talk about after.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
On. So, before you go, once we finish this, there is something we need to talk about. I just saw, so I wanted to say that. So Gizmo 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I would have to put it at the bottom. It's pretty bad. The only reason why it's not an absolute failure is because you can see there's at least some care in the fight animation. Outside of that, though, everything else seems rushed. It seems random. It seems out of place. The fact that it's against Blanka of all characters, what is the only reason why their matchup is because both use electric attacks?
I think it literally is.
Yeah, so it's just another case of it's because they have that one attack that's the same. That's why they have to fight. It's really ridiculous. I get this is the season 1 death battle, but come on, they could have done better than that. They could have done a lot better than that, especially since they were taking in popular requests. I don't get why this was a popular request at all, especially with all the fan art. And again,
there was a lot of fan art. You're right.
There was a lot of fan art. I don't get why this was a matchup people wanted to see. To this day, I still don't get it. And Blanka of all characters, I mean, come on, look, Ash's Pikachu has done some, and has been involved with some crazy shit, going up against Pokemon that were fucking godlike. He should have been either dead or scared. And that's impressive for a Pikachu. And just a Pikachu. You got to keep in mind that not every Pokemon in the
30
Pokemon
seconds.
world can go up against each other that fairly. And with going up against a Street Fighter character, I don't care what you say. Well, I actually do. I do care. That's not fair though. I don't know how anybody says that there's a Street Fighter character that's planetary level. City level, maybe. That's a very, very, very stretchy maybe. But planetary level, I don't see it. It's a pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I get it. This is season 1, but it belongs right at the bottom. Like I said, the only reasons why it's not an absolute failure is because they at least had some care in the animation department. That's it.
All right. All right. RGS, you're up in 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, I like the Volt attack, the Volt tackle. I like the imagery for that. That's just because I like the look of the Volt tackle in the anime. I mean, I like that he's covered in an aura and we only get like an outline of him. So should I go on or?
Talk about how you like the Pikachu.
I like Pikachu. Pikachu is a cute character. I also agree.
That's not enough. You have to talk more positively, or Nintendo will sue us.
If I had the chance to buy another Pokemon
Faster!
plushie, I would buy Pikachu in a heartbeat. I would buy a Pikachu and then I'd buy.
That's not enough. The cease and desist is coming. Take cover!
You monster! You monster! You'd buy and own a Pikachu? That's a sentient creature, my friend. And right in the middle of Black History Month, too.
Oh, getting canceled today, RG. That's not good. All right,
I would buy a little hat and call him Detective Pikachu.
All right.
right. But the point is, this fight is very meh. It was fine. I would put it in. Could have been worse because there could have been a better fight to be filler for Goku versus Superman. It quite literally is. You could have picked a better fight than this. It's fine to like the fight. It does have some merit. I do like the Volt tackle, as I mentioned before, but it is very just eh. And I think they are saying it's Ash's Pikachu because they mentioned that Pikachu is able to use the counter shield and other stuff. And the Thunder Armor. The Thunder Armor is like a anime exclusive.
Thunder Armor is an ass pull. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm aware it's an ass pull, but it's mentioned in the thing that he knows that. It's very meh, and it's very clearly a case where they don't really look into the. Like, hey, no,
5 seconds.
Yeah, this is officially bullshit.
It's very meh. Let's put it in. Let's put it below Gara versus Toph because it's bottom of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Can we all agree to put it there? Because let's be honest, it's really worse than these episodes.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it really?
It is.
The ending of Donkey Kong versus Knuckles was bullshit, but it's still a little better than that.
All right.
Oh,
very well. The votes have it. So I do want to take a
You're
quick.
talking about
detour
over on this one. Okay.
I do.
okay. I guess
I do want to take a quick detour before we spin the wheel one more time and watch a little special something.
Is Death Battle being canceled?
So, do you guys remember how Warner Brothers Discovery lost $2 billion? Hang on. Do you remember how Warner Brothers Discovery lost $2 billion as of late? This is how desperate they are for money. They're suing Paramount.
Per Variety, Warner Brothers Discovery has filed a lawsuit accusing Paramount of breaching their $500 million streaming rights for South Park.
Why
Paramount breached the contract by making South Park specials exclusively for Paramount. What?
Okay.
You're supposed to do that.
Let me give. Can I give my take on this?
Sure.
This makes sense.
I need some
because
context.
Warner Brothers did pay $500 million for the South Park's TV rights. This does technically breach that right since they did pay.
Why didn't you guys file a C&D?
Yeah, why didn't they? That's a better question. They could have done that.
Stupid.
So wait, is South Park and or Comedy Central owned by Warner Brothers?
No,
Comedy
they're not.
Central.
No, it's owned by it's owned by Paramount. Yeah.
Yeah, Comedy Central is a Paramount thing.
This
but,
was
they
keep
had the
in mind
streaming
that
rights.
this was when Paramount was giving out the streaming rights to other companies before they made their own.
Yeah, because Warner Brothers got it for $500 million, and they would hold on to the rights until 2025, and then they would revert back to Paramount. But Paramount got around that by making specials exclusively for their streaming service.
Why don't any of these streaming services just start making merch for the shows that they're streaming already?
Good question.
Why
not home releases? Where are the home releases for the streaming only
where
shows?
the re-release of the merch? Look. Here's what I'm confused about. If they want to make money, or if they want to at least stay in the green, why don't they just start asking for merchandising rights, whether it be for their own shows or for the shows that they're being allowed to stream? Like, think about it.
I mean,
they're not like they have the same thing with Disney Plus or like Hulu and every other place that's having they're having the rights to stream these shows. If they wanted to get more money and not have any kind of budget problems, they could have released merch for Daredevil, Jessica Jones. Luke
Here's an
Cage,
idea.
like,
Here's an idea. As much as I dislike these shows, a WandaVision and Loki 4K would sell millions.
It
would.
I mean, that's the thing.
Posters, cups, anything could have made them bank and helped them with their budget problems. But why this shit, man? I don't get why they're not doing it so they could avoid stuff like this.
I mean, didn't they release DVDs for like Queen's Gambit and all those Netflix shows?
Why do we need to do this in the middle of the stream?
Because
Why is
I was about to say. Hey, we
probably
probably
could have just put it in the Mehcast instead of derailing this.
Yeah, we probably ought to wrap it up.
Let's
spin the wheel again.
Let's spin the wheel and discuss it further on Monday.
Let's do this. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Damn it! This is a Duke one.
Before we get to Blake versus Pikachu, someone didn't get their thoughts on Blanka versus Pikachu.
Boys, this is gonna be a nightmare.
Oh yeah, somebody didn't get to talk about Blanka versus Pikachu.
That's all I've been literally trying to say.
Ben, cut me off.
Oh wait, Jedi, we didn't. I'm so sorry. We didn't.
Are you though?
I know. I'm so sorry.
Ben,
Jedi,
what the
go.
hell?
I forgot.
No, that was
okay?
my fault. That was entirely on me.
Come on.
Anyway, apologies,
Jedi.
Bender.
It's
It's okay, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'll just keep this
You're
brief
just
because y'all
furious.
pretty much y'all brought up all the good points. I think it goes in pretty bad. Where I would say it probably could go. What's underneath? Yeah, I think the placement you have is fine. I hated how they did Pikachu dirty by just using a regular ass Pikachu in the animation and not Ash's Pikachu. I think it would have been a much different fight had they done it that way. And this is probably the worst penultimate episode they've ever done. Still to this day, no other penultimate episode has been this bad. And yeah, that's it.
All right. So before we end this volume, this chaotic end to it, there's one thing we have to watch.
Oh boy.
And what's that?
The preview. The preview
Yeah.
for
Shh.
I'm on Death Battle.
It froze on me. What the fuck? Oh, there it goes.
Yep.
So what the fuck was the point of this?
Somebody get me a motherfucking table to flip.
Basically, it's like people weren't sure for what would.
I mean, before
Not
that,
exactly
Bell
the
did confirm they were
episode.
gonna do it eventually, but that's it for the volume. So thank you for joining us on this chaotic end. We'll see you next week with. Wait, we didn't. Did we spin? We didn't spin the wheel, did
Yes,
we?
Yeah, we did. We got
Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, that's
Blake
right. I have
versus
short-term
Mika
memory.
versus Blake.
The fucking my memory. I hate that episode so much. My memory erased it that we even spinned the wheel.
Yeah, it's got a lot of jank in it. We'll discuss.
Oh,
it.
we'll get to
Too
it.
much jank, terrible
so
character
much
writing.
We'll
and
get to it. We'll get
it's
to it.
just
We'll.
awful.
How do you
We'll
write
get
your
to
own
it.
characters so poorly?
Yep.
I hate
All right.
That's an insult.
We'll see you guys next time
Bye.
on Death Battle Wheel.
Toodaloo, chat.
But by the way, anybody want to show their stuff before we actually hit the end?
Nah.
My penis.
No.
Oh my god.
Ben,
now
Ben, you know we're not allowed to do that anymore. We almost got banned.
Do that again.
Hey, Kevin,